Hold on, you guys.
Are we live? My intro wouldn't play. The little countdown thing. So I don't know if we're live or not. Uh-oh. Hold on. Wait a minute. Give it a second. Hold on. This may not work. Whatever. Okay, we don't need the countdown. Who cares? We're live. All right, guys. I don't know what's going on with my life. What's up, guys? Happy NBA trade deadline day. Hold on. I'm just going to make sure we're live for a second because the internet is either the streaming service that I'm using or the internet is acting up. So I just want to make sure we're live. Let's see. Okay, we're live. Okay, cool. My bad, you guys. All right, cool. Welcome on in, everybody, to the 2026 NBA trade deadline Suns Geek Hangout show. We're going to be live reacting to it all. It's really been the trade deadline week, which, programming note, next year's trade deadline, I will be doing a lot more coverage. I didn't expect a lot of this. I don't think a lot of us expected this stuff to kind of go down, like James Harden going to Cleveland, for example. So next year, I will hopefully be more prepared and do more coverage on the entire trade deadline and all that fun stuff. So the Suns have made a trade. We're going to dive into it here in a minute, but I just kind of want to show you guys what I'm working with here. Like I said, you guys, this is going to be a reactionary show, but I had some breakfast earlier, went to bed at a decent time last night. I have some body armor, aka electrolytes. I decided to treat myself today, and I got some Dutch Bros. Good old Dutch Bros. So I'm going to be caffeinated. And, of course, I got water. And I keep it on my floor because I don't want to spill it all over my computer during the live show. So, yeah, that's what we're working with today. Just going to be a reactionary show, you guys. Going to be fun. Going to be a good time. And, yeah, looking forward to this show. So do me a huge favor, you guys. Absolutely crush that like button. Share the show. Can we also do like a sound and mic test? Mic check. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Let me know if we're looking and sounding good. And yeah. All right, you guys. So we're just gonna dive into it. Let me see, actually. Hold on real quick. I wonder if, because this might look better. Let's see, Shams. Oops. Boom. Okay, here we go. That'll look better. Let's just do this. So yeah, here we go. Thank you, M. Lopez, for the feedback. Let's do this, you guys. Sorry, guys. You already know the drill. One-man show here. All right, let's do this. 2026 NBA trade deadline. And we're going to start with the Phoenix Suns because this is a Phoenix Suns channel. So here we go. Breaking news nearly 30 minutes ago. Sorry I'm late to this. Of course, trades happen when I'm getting everything prepared and all that fun stuff. But breaking news, you guys, 29 minutes ago. Shams Charania, the first to report this. The Phoenix Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks have agreed to a trade for Giannis. No, I'm just kidding. It's not Giannis Antetokounmpo, guys. The Suns did not trade for Giannis, but they did trade for Cole Anthony and Amir Coffey for Nick Richards and Nigel Hayes Davis. So that is the Suns' first trade, maybe only trade. I don't know. And don't worry, guys. I got my phone, so I'm going to get the noties. That way I'm not distracted on Twitter. I'm checking everything. And we got lots to dive into with all of this. We're going to look at some stats. I don't know. I don't know what the Suns are thinking here, but like, I think a lot of this, and it's kind of been talked about, is I think a lot of this is really just cap stuff, like to get under the first apron and all that and have that flexibility. But like Brian just said in the chat, I don't know about you guys. I like Cole Anthony. I've always been a fan of that guy. He had some good moments, some good games with the Orlando Magic. I know he hasn't really done much since. There might have been some injuries here and there. But I like Cole Anthony. I know our backcourt is loaded right now, but I don't mind the guy. I don't know if we're going to keep him or not, but I like him. I'm going to be real with you guys. I hope I don't sound like a casual here. I don't really know much about Amir Coffey. I'm just going to be real. I just know the name. I think he played for the Clippers, right? I think. I don't really know much about Amir Coffey, but we're going to look into it. We're going to look into his stats and the facts and all that. But Cole Anthony, man, I'll tell you this. If the Suns keep Cole Anthony, he's definitely a, quote, vibes type guy. You know what I mean? He will definitely bring the vibes. He'll bring that, like, energy. You know what I mean? And I think Suns fans, if we keep him, that they will like him. But it's I just know we have a lot of guards now, you guys. I mean, Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Grayson Allen. By the way, the Suns are going to convert. They're going to bring on and sign Jamari Bouye for the rest of the season. Jamari Bouye. Who am I forgetting about? We have a lot of guards, is what I'm saying. But maybe the Suns need that extra scoring punch. Maybe this is like an insurance for Jalen Green. I don't know. So the Phoenix Suns have traded Nick Richards and Nigel Hayes Davis to the Milwaukee Bucks for Cole Anthony and Amir Coffey. He's going to have a cup of coffee. Amir Coffey, if you're watching and you want to have a cup of coffee with me while we talk Suns and basketball, let's do it. I'll put it on Suns Geek. Everyone tweet Amir Coffey right now. Tell him to come on the channel. We'll have a cup of coffee and we'll talk basketball, man. Yeah. We now have 7 guards on our roster now. For real, that's what it feels like. It feels like we're the Chicago Bulls right now, even though the Bulls are going to like trade. I mean, they already traded Ayo Dosunmu, but it feels like the Bulls have a bunch of guards too, you know. 7 guard rotation. We'll pull up the roster too, you guys. So hold on. Let me just kind of get this settled in real quick. Can you guys hear me like well enough if I put the mic down? Let me know. I like DraftKings response. The little gif, the guy like opens the fridge. He's like, yeah. He's like, oh, that's so funny. Oh man, that's good. Let me take a sip of my Dutch Bros. Let me know in the chat if you drink Dutch Bros or not. M. Lopez, appreciate the nice comment, man. Thank you for blessing us with your time. No, thank you, man. Thank you guys for blessing me by watching me and actually giving a crap about what I have to say about the Phoenix Suns, man. And thank you, Josen, as well, for letting me know we're looking and sounding great. Appreciate that. For real, Chicago really does have like 15 guards right now. All right, let me pull up the Suns roster. Now, this isn't going to be updated yet. Oh, wow. ESPN is fast with it. Holy crap. ESPN already updated it. So here is the Suns roster as of February 5th, 2026 at 10:50 Arizona time. Here is the Phoenix Suns roster already updated. We're going to talk about all the guards because they literally have pretty much all the guards, right? I didn't know Amir Coffey was a guard. I thought he was like a forward. So we have Grayson Allen, Cole Anthony, Devin Armani Booker, Jamari Bouye. If you want to count Kobe Brea, we have Kobe Brea, even though that's like a 2-way contract. Amir Coffey, he's a 6'7" guard, apparently. How did I forget Colin Gillespie? How did I disrespect Colin Gillespie and Jordan Goodwin? They're like 2 of my favorite players on the roster. And they both had incredible seasons. I forgot about Colin Gillespie and Jordan Goodwin. Please forgive my sins against humanity. I'm so sorry. Let's redo this. Let's go down the list. We have Grayson Allen, Cole Anthony, Devin Booker, Jamari Bouye, Kobe Brea, Amir Coffey, if you want to consider him a guard. I don't really know if I consider him a guard or not, you guys. That's a 6'7" guard. We have Colin Gillespie, Jordan Goodwin, Jalen Green. Is there anybody else who's a guard on our team? And that's it. Holy crap, that's like 8 guards. So if we don't include Amir Coffey, let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. If we don't include Amir Coffey, we have like 6 or 7 guards. 6, 7. Grayson Allen, Cole Anthony, Devin Booker, Jamari Bouye, Kobe Brea, Colin Gillespie, Jordan Goodwin. Holy cow, that's a lot of guards. Wow. Okay, guys, let me just check something real quick on my end. Hold on. Sorry, guys, just doing something real quick. Okay, boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. Anyways, wow, that's a lot of guards, you guys. Well, let's look into these players, shall we? Because again, I'm going to be real. I don't know much about Amir Coffey, but let's just start with Cole Anthony. Is that okay? Can we start with Cole Anthony? Big Dutch Brothers fan. Charles, thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, me too, man. I mentioned Jalen Green. Yeah, we got so many guards, you guys. I'm really curious if we're going to keep all these guards. It's weird. I didn't know Amir Coffey was a guard. I don't know. I mean, shooting guard, 6'7". I'm like, man, that's a lot. But like, I don't know. Are we sure Cole Anthony is going to get waived soon? Did like Gambo say that or anything? Like, let me know if Gambo's saying that, because I can't listen to what Gambo's saying. I mean, I see the tweets and all that, but I don't know. Ja Morant's preferred destination is the Heat, but other teams such as the Bucks and Kings remain active in discussions for the Grizzlies. Just over 2 hours until the deadline, as Memphis hopes to find a suitable deal for Morant. Anyways, but yeah. So I don't know. So if you guys have seen it to where you think Cole Anthony is going to get waived or not, let me know. I haven't seen anything like that just yet, but I could be wrong. Let me just check. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, guys. I don't know. Let me know where you guys are seeing that Cole Anthony is going to get waived. Just let me know. But until then, even if he just has a cup of coffee, no pun intended, with the Suns, let's just look at Cole Anthony, just for the sake of the show. Then we'll dive into like other trades, and I'll see if I can kind of break more down of this Suns-related trade. What time does the deadline end? I believe it's 1 o'clock Arizona time. So if you're in the East Coast, or if you're like me and you used to be in Memphis, Tennessee, you might want to check the time zones. But I think it's 3 o'clock Eastern time, which is 1 o'clock Arizona time, which is where I'm at. So if you're in another state, just be careful and check your time zones, because even I was confused. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, does it end at 1 or does it end at 3? But I think it's 1 o'clock Arizona time. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you, man. It says, I love the show. Appreciate you, man. You guys are awesome. Again, let me know if you guys can hear me with the microphone being down. I can always get closer like this. So just let me know. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate you. He says, I'm happy I finally made it. My guy, Suns Geek. Anthony, thank you so much for being here, man. You do a great job with your Suns Central shows. I love that. Got to get you on the channel sometime, man. Thanks for the recent shout out, too. Appreciate it. The Suns are now, after this trade, 2.4 million below the luxury tax. And he puts the money emoji sign. That's good. And guys, I feel like we've kind of known this for a while. You know, before we talk about Cole Anthony and everything, I feel like we've kind of known this for a while. There's been lots of reporting from, like, I think it was Mike Scotto, and I'm sorry if I'm forgetting the others. I'm sure Gambo probably knew. Like, I feel like just a lot of people knew, even like us fans. Like, I feel like a lot of us knew that Nick Richards was going to get traded, obviously racking up the DNPs. But kind of just fell out of the rotation too. But like, I feel like we knew a Nick Richards trade was coming. Nigel Hayes-Davis, same thing. I mean, this guy came from overseas. I think he was like the Euro MVP, Finals MVP or whatever. And it just didn't really work out. Like, I love Nigel Hayes-Davis. If you get a chance, go on my channel and look up Nigel Hayes-Davis Media Day, or just go find the Media Day thing. He is an excellent person to listen to. I could listen to that guy talk all day. But like when he was on the court, he just wasn't that good. You know what I mean? So I wish Nigel Hayes-Davis, I wish Nigel the best, and I wish Nick Richards the best, because wasn't it last trade deadline, like a couple months after I just returned to the Valley, that we traded for Nick Richards? Like, we needed Nick Richards at that time, man. But he showed flashes of what he could do. You know, he showed flashes of what he could do, but it just didn't work out, man. Fell out of the rotation, traded for Mark Williams, drafted Kaman Malawach. And I know that, excuse me, and I know that some of the concern, and I understand your concerns. I know that some of the concern is going to be like, well, what if Mark Williams goes down? Which I don't even want to speak that into existence. I don't want to even hear that right now. But it is something we might have to discuss one day. I hope that we don't have to discuss it. And I hope that Mark Williams can continue to stay healthy and continue to play well in productive minutes for the Suns. But I wonder if there's going to be like a follow-up move. Because, yeah, you have Kaman Malawach. You have Oso Ighodaro. So if the Suns are really like, hey, we are confident in those three guys, yes, even the rookie Kaman Malawach, we're confident with these three going into the playoffs, then fine. There probably doesn't need to be a follow-up move. And whether we keep Amir Coffey and Cole Anthony or both, maybe the Suns are like, hey, we're going to beat you with our speed and scoring and our gritty defense. I don't know. Let me take a sip of my Dutch Bros. We'll do a little bit of a recap. We're going to talk all things Suns. We're going to talk all things NBA trade deadline. We're going to kind of recap all the trades that are happening. It's going to be a long day, long show. So do me a favor, you guys. We're already 20 minutes in. Crush that like button. Share the show. Seriously, guys, crush that like button. Share the show. Tell a fellow friend or family member about Suns Geek. Cheers to the NBA trade deadline. All right. So to recap, you guys, the Phoenix Suns have made a trade. We're just recapping everything. The Phoenix Suns have made a trade. Shams Charania, the Milwaukee Bucks have agreed to trade Cole Anthony and Amir Coffey to the Phoenix Suns for Nick Richards and Nigel Hayes-Davis. Sources tell ESPN. Suns get under the luxury tax with this. I believe somebody said it was $2.4 million. That was what was reported a while ago. Like, the Suns are they're gonna shop Nick Richards and they're gonna try to get under the luxury tax and all that stuff. And I feel like Nigel Hayes-Davis was gonna get thrown in there too, because that's just another salary that you can shred pretty much. And the Suns are getting Amir Coffey and Cole Anthony, apparently. Now, I think it's still yet to be determined, unless somebody actually has it. Like, I mean, maybe they're going to waive Cole Anthony just to get under the tax. Maybe that's what's it. I don't know. But Amir Coffey, we'll see. But let's just start like I was trying to do earlier. Let's just pretend we're going to keep Cole Anthony. I don't know if we are or not. That's still yet to be determined. Here is Cole Anthony. He's 25 years old, out of North Carolina. He was the 15th pick in the 2020 NBA draft. He's only 25 years old, 6'2", 185 pounds. Now, this season, the stats aren't great, but I think he's been dealing with injuries. 6.7 points, 2.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists on 42% shooting for Cole Anthony. But his career, you guys, I mean, he's a 41%, career shooter from the field, 34% from three, which isn't great. But he's averaged 12 points and 3.8 assists throughout his career and 4.1 rebounds. Like, I feel like he is a productive player. Now, a lot of that came with the Orlando Magic, But I don't know. I mean, he's been on the Bucks too. Obviously, they've had a bad season. But, I mean, I feel like he can be productive. Hasn't shot well the last few games. I mean, look at that, 14%, 18%, 37%. But he has games where he's somewhat consistent and can put up a couple numbers here and there. So, I don't know. I'm not crazy if we keep Cole Anthony, but like I said, I like Cole Anthony. Maybe I'm just remembering him from his Orlando Magic days. And yeah, the 61% free throw shooter, that's not good at all. I'm just saying, I like Cole Anthony. If you guys are an OG of this channel, I remember Cole Anthony was one of those guys I was looking at way back in 2020 when we had a lot more time to cover the draft. And I was like, I wouldn't mind Cole Anthony coming to the Suns, but that was a long time ago. That was long before the Chris Paul stuff and all that. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about that later, your comment about Oso and Colin. So, guys, if you have comments, questions, all that, what I can do on my streaming service is star them, and it saves them, and I can just react to it later. So I'm going to highlight some comments right now. So give me a minute here to do that. While we're doing that, though, my guy Coda Kid says, Mark Williams, Hulk, smash that like button. So crush that like button, you guys. Crush the like button, share the show, and we'll dive into everything as it happens live. We're going to talk about the trades that have happened this week because, yeah, today's the trade deadline day, you guys. But it's really been a trade deadline week. Us basketball fans have been spoiled this week. So, yeah, that's why I love basketball, man. You know what I mean? It's been a great week. It's been a fun week. It's trade deadline week, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now let's talk about Amir Coffey because, again, I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't know much about Amir Coffey, and I think that's okay. Like I don't know. So what we're going to do is pull up his page, and we're going to read a little bit about him. We're going to look at the stats and everything. Amir Coffey is a Phoenix Sun, and I don't know much about him, to be honest. I just know the name. That's it. I'm going to be real. So if anybody's got like some actual insight on Amir Coffey, let me know. 6'7", quote, guard. I'm gonna every time I talk about Amir Coffey, I'm gonna say he's a 6'7", quote, guard. 6'7", 210 pounds. So like a guard forward out of Minnesota, 28 years old, 6th season in the league. Amir Coffey. 2 points per game on 47% shooting. Last 10 games, he's averaging 5 points with 12 minutes on 51% shooting. He's played in 353. Hold on, I'm just checking, make sure we're not missing anything. Okay. This season, his career, he's played in 353 games. And this season, he's played in 30 games, 47% from the field, like I mentioned earlier. So, I don't know. I don't really know much about him, but I do know in his last game against the Pelicans, I don't know if you guys can see this, he had 16 points, 1 block, 1 assist, and 5 rebounds, and shot 66% from the field and 87% from the field. Holy crap. If Amir Coffey can have games like that, which he's not going to, That'd be crazy. He definitely showed out for the Bucks in that last game, that overtime win against the Pelicans. Man. So that's Amir Coffey. Somebody said in the chat that he has good footwork. I'm a fan of that. Suns have a lot of players have good footwork. So if he can have good footwork on defense, that'd be awesome. Let me know if he's like a capable defender too, you guys. Let me know. But yeah, guys, so we're live. We're going to try to just react to this all and kind of just get like a pulse on this. So John Gambadoro is somebody who, one, I've met personally. He's a very nice guy. Somebody I've been listening to for a long time. He's very plugged in. He's broke so much Suns news and just really Arizona sports news. He's a great guy. I love him. He actually retweeted a show that I did with the Suns Jam Session podcast once. And I was so honored when he did that because I was on that show. I was like, holy crap, like Gambo retweeted a show that I was on. So I'm just saying, I just thought that was cool. But yeah, so continuing on though, Gambo earlier said, now this was like 2 hours ago. He said, okay, trade deadline is today, Suns fans. Oops. Blah, blah, blah. So earlier, 2 hours earlier, Gambo said, today's trade deadline. My expectation is they make a minor move to duck the tax and create a spot for either Bouye or Livers. Fast forward. This was 1 hour later. He says, this trade by the Suns will most certainly create a spot for Jamari Bouye in the future. And then that's pretty much what happened as what we know. So I'm going to share my screen. Oops, give me a second here, you guys. Sorry about that. You already know the drill, one-man show. Sorry, just clicking a bunch of buttons here. As you can see, though, the Suns now plan to sign Jamari Bouye to a standard contract soon after going under the luxury tax per Gambo. Currently on a two-way contract, Bouye is averaging 7 points, 1.6 assists, and 1.1 stocks for the Phoenix Suns. And he's been one of the pleasant surprises of the Phoenix Suns. You know, he's been a great combo guard, if you will. Much more athletic than he looks. Fast, can score, competes out there. Like, he's been great for us all season long. And guys, real quick, I got to give a big shout out. Oh, his comment just went away. I got to give a big shout out to my guy, Philly Take with RB. Guys, if you want to know what's going on with the Sixers, if you want the best Sixers coverage there is, go check out Philly Take with RB. I've been blessed to been on his channel before. I've had him on my channel. He's a great dude. Love talking basketball with him. And again, he's just such a great guy. So go check out my guy, Philly Take with RB. It's my guy right there. I got to get you back on the channel, man. We got lots to talk about, man. So much has changed for the Suns and the Sixers since we both last recorded, man. So big shout out to my guy, Philly Take with RB. So shout out to him. Thank you for tuning in, man. But yeah, so Jamari Bouye looks like he's going to stay with the Phoenix Suns, which, I feel like a lot of us knew that because he's been one of the pleasant surprises of this season. Let's just make sure I didn't miss any trades. I got to stop putting my phone down because I feel like if I put my phone down, a big trade's going to happen. And I'm going to be like yapping and totally miss it. Right now, there's not too much going on, just a bunch of rumors and stuff. We will talk about all the other trades, especially the trades that have happened this week. We'll dive into that. There's been trades this morning that have happened. Some of them are kind of intriguing. Like, I think I saw that the Chicago Bulls, who are kind of like us now, have a whole bunch of guards, but I saw that they traded for like 7 second-round picks in like the last 2 weeks or something like that. So I don't know what the Bulls are doing, but at least the Bulls are making trades. I'll say that much. So, yeah. But, all right. What were we talking about? Jamari Bouye. So Arizona Sports had a article, and I just want to kind of read it and just make sure I'm not missing anything here. Okay. Sorry, let me just kind of skim this article. Okay, so let me share this real quick. I want to read it, but this is coming from Arizona Sports. Let's see. It may not work. I'm not sure if that link's going to share or not. But hold on. Let's see. Let me just go like this. Sorry, guys. You already know the drill here. One-man show here. I don't know what's going on in my life. Let's see. Can we do that? Okay, that works. Oops. All right. So let me just share my screen. And what we'll do, I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this is coming from Arizona Sports. And we're going to zoom in a little bit. And I think we're going to kind of focus in on what I have highlighted here. Excuse me. And let me just fix my camera real quick. Boom. Okay, right here. I feel like this is kind of what we need to focus in on. Do the Suns keep both Anthony and Coffey? They don't need to release either, and this just makes the bench options more numerous. Gambo believes that the Suns are set up to hand out a standard contract to Jamari Bouye. They have an open roster spot still. Anthony has a little more playmaking chops than Bouye, but has never been the most efficient scorer. He is what he is at this point. Now, again, I don't know much about Amir Coffey, and that's okay. I mean, I can't know every single thing about every single NBA player, right? But I kind of like this right here with a little bit of insight. Now, this is just Cole Anthony here, but the 15th overall pick in 2020 has been a double-digit scorer starter in this league, but his lack of a above-average three-point shot has limited who he can be as an offensive player. But Amir Coffey has a little bit more size and was reliable enough that he started 13 games and averaged near double figures for the Clippers last season while shooting nearly 41% from three. I like that. I don't mind that. That's cool. So again, that's great breakdown from Arizona Sports, in my opinion. I'll highlight what I just read, especially this first part. Like, they don't need to release either. They probably can if they're kind of thinking more financial for this trade, the financials and getting under the luxury tax and all that. But if we keep them, it kind of does make our bench deeper. I don't want to jinx anything, but if the Suns keep winning the way that they're winning, it's not bad to have kind of a deep bench, especially going into the playoffs and all that. Let me take a sip of my drink real quick, you guys. Just going to send a text message too, real quick. All right. Okay. Anthony, I don't know how long you're going to tune in for the show, man, but I'll hopefully find a minute or two to try to talk about your referee thing. I highlighted your comment. Ugh. Guys, quick programming note. I might have to go get some more water at some point and go get do a bathroom break, but that won't be for another hour or so. Okay. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. I don't know. I think this is just a to be determined. I mean, it's 11:16 a.m. Arizona time right now. We're still waiting on more trades to roll in. The Suns traded Nick Richards and Nigel Hayes-Davis for Cole Anthony and for Amir Coffey. Trade deadline day 2026. And there's been lots of other trades that have happened too. And it's getting exciting, you guys. It's really been a trade deadline week, if you will. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. Can we talk about just Nigel Hayes-Davis real quick? I know I kind of talked about him earlier. But again, you guys, like, I wish both of them the best. I mean, Nick Richards was traded to this team. You guys remember that? Like what? Like less than a year ago, I believe? Like less than a year ago that we were like kind of like desperate for a center. Just a guy that would like show hustle and energy and slam dunks. You know what I mean? That it feels so long ago, but it really wasn't that long ago. And Nick Richards came here and like obviously it didn't work out, but like he got to experience the downs and the bad stuff that happened last season, but he stuck it out. He could have been like, I want to be traded. I don't want to deal with this. But no, he returned to this team despite us trading for Mark Williams, despite us drafting Kaman Malawach. He stuck with us, man. He could have easily just been like, hey, screw this. You know what I mean? Like, he stuck around, man. He was a true professional about it. So, so shout out to Nick Richards, man. I really do wish him the best. I hope he goes on to have a good career. And, you know, it sucks it didn't work out, but that's how the league works. Maybe he'll be a good fit in Milwaukee. I don't know. And then going back to Nigel Hayes-Davis, like I said, you guys, he is great to listen to. I was blessed and fortunate enough to be at Suns Media Day. He was at Suns Media. Obviously, he was there. He was at Media Day. Great listen to, you know, somebody to listen to. Very insightful. Just seems like a genuine, awesome guy. And I know he plays super hard out there, but it just didn't work. Like when he was on the court for the Suns, he just wasn't very good. And I get that the Suns tried to like throw him in there to mix things up a bit. Like, remember at the start of the season, he like, I don't think he started, but like he came off the bench. He might have started, but came off the bench and all that. Like he was getting tons of minutes, but it just didn't work out, man. Coda Kid says Nick Richards was the highlight of season last year. It kind of was, you guys. That's how horrible last season was, you guys. Was like Nick Richards was like the highlight of that season, the trade and all that. I was excited about Nick Richards. Some of you guys are a little too excited about Nick Richards. I think you guys thought he was going to like save our entire season, but you know. So, okay, let's see. Ooh, I can't believe I forgot this. Shout out to my guy, Steve, for reminding me of this. Bobby Marks does incredible work for ESPN. And I feel like he's like a friend of like Phoenix Media and all that. So he kind of broke this down if it hasn't already been broken down. So sorry if I'm like late to this. But again, Bobby Marks does great work for ESPN. I just want to read these couple of tweets real quick. Let's see. So yeah, we already know that the Suns are doing this mainly for a luxury tax reason. But if I share my screen here, from Bobby Marks of ESPN, this trade puts Phoenix under the luxury tax for the first time since 2021-22. That's crazy to think about, by the way. In the past 3 seasons, Phoenix paid a combined $265 million in penalties. So to recap, Bobby Marks, ESPN, this trade puts the Suns under the luxury tax for the first time since 2021-22. Wasn't that back when we had Chris Paul, who just got traded, by the way, but he's pretty much a free agent. In the past 3 seasons, Phoenix paid a combined $265 million in tax penalties. Then Bobby Marks goes on to say, let's see. All 4 players in the Milwaukee Phoenix trade are on expiring contracts. Phoenix is $2.2 million below the tax and has room to sign a 15th player. So that's a great breakdown. So not only can, as Arizona Sports said, not only can we keep both players if we choose to, but we're under the luxury tax and we still have a roster spot open. Now, does that spot go to Jamari Bouye? What happens to Kobe Brea? He's on a 2-way. Does he just like stay with the Valley Suns? Like, I don't know. Oh God, I'm losing it. Yeah, good reminder here. Let's not forget, KD was traded to the Suns literally last minute of the deadline. So there's still hope, many moves that can potentially occur. If I remember correctly, it was midnight, but I get what you were saying. It was like right as midnight was happening, the day of the trade deadline, bam, Kevin Durant was traded. I remember being live that night talking about a bunch of Kyrie stuff. I took like an hour or 2 break. I was like kind of shutting down for the night. And then boom, Kevin Durant gets traded. That was a long night. That was one of the longest shows I've ever done, you guys. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like trades can happen. And that's a reminder too, you guys. I said this to somebody earlier today. I was like, some trades get called into the league office, but we don't hear about them until like an hour or so after the deadline, or So, and guys, it's 11:30 Arizona time. We still have like what, an hour and a half or so till the deadline. So yeah. Suns game is on Prime Video tonight, not locally televised unless you have a subscription. Yeah. I did the Amazon Prime thing for a little bit, but I just didn't make enough time to watch all those games. So I'm just sticking with Suns Plus. Guys, if you do the Suns Plus thing, I highly recommend it. You get to go back and watch every game. I think you get to watch every pregame and postgame show. I'm not too sure about that, but you get every single game from this season. You get all the Suns features, things that they do, and you guys remember the Sense 68 series? You know what I mean? So much is on there, and it's like $15 a month. I know we all got bills to pay and all that, and we have other things to pay for in our lives, but it's like $15 a month. And Matt Ishbia has done a great job of like making games more available to watch for everyone in Arizona. So I'm just saying. All right, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. But yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on in terms of the Suns. And my guy Zona Hoops, one of my favorite follows on Twitter. I've also met him in person. He's a great guy. Great Suns coverage. He had a tweet here that I think we can share. Yeah, here we go. I know we've already kind of talked a lot about Amir Coffey, but we're still getting to know him a little bit. Let's see. Oops. Sorry, guys. My bad. One-man show here. You already know the drill. But yeah, Amir Coffey, 6'7". 6'7", 210 pounds, 7-year vet, or it might have been 7-8 years. Played a key role in the Clippers rotation the past several years before ending up in Milwaukee this year. He's fallen out of the rotation, but this is a solid depth piece at the very least. So, welcome to the Suns, Amir Coffey, and possibly Cole Anthony, and most likely Jamari Bouye, because I love Jamari Bouye. He's great. I wish Nick Richards and Nigel Hayes Davis the best, but But, sorry. I wish Nick Richards and Nigel Hayes-Davis the best, just not against our Phoenix Suns, for real. Yeah, as long as they don't play good against us, then they can go on and have the best careers ever. As long as it's not against the Suns. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm just clearing some stuff off of my phone real quick. I get a lot of notifications and emails and all that. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Thank you guys for everyone who's watching along live. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you've had breakfast already or if you're going to eat lunch. Let me know what you're drinking. I got body armor. I got Dutch Bros. I got water. We're just chilling. I got my D-Book ones in the background right here. I opened them up last live show. I got some, let's see where they're at. I got these like peanut butter pretzel unhealthy things. They look like dog snacks. I promise they're not. Got these to snack on during the show. I got my breakfast that I can go get if I get hungry. It's going to be a long show, you guys, so tune in. Let's go. Let's go. So this might be a good point, you guys, because I already see it in the chat, to kind of get to some of those pinned questions and comments. And I see some good questions here. So while we're waiting for trades to roll in and stuff, as my dogs are barking, while we're waiting for more trades to roll in and stuff, go ahead. Get your comments, questions, concerns, get them all in right now. I'll try to get to every single one of them. We'll open the floor up to you guys. And we'll just chat it up. We'll react to all the other trades that have been going on. I might have to go get some more water in a little bit here, but that won't take very long. And it's going to be a good show, you guys. So, all right. Real quick, Brian, I wish you the best, man. He says, got a job interview at 12, chat soon. Go Suns. Fingers crossed, man. Best of luck. I hope you get the job, man. Keep us updated on that. Somebody says they're tuning in from Tallahassee, Florida. That's awesome, man. I hope the weather is beautiful over there like it is in the valley. And thank you so much for tuning in, man. All right. Let me just get to this real quick because I see back-to-back comments on it. Excuse me. Do you think Dylan Brooks could replace SGA in the All-Star game for Team International? It is very possible. Now, might get a little bit tricky because Alfred Şengün is a great player. He definitely deserves to be in the All-Star game too. I'm sure there's probably like 2 or 3 international guys that I'm forgetting. But Dylan Brooks has had a great season. He just won the Western Conference Player of the Week. The Suns had a great record in January. He's been, for the most part, playing out of his mind. I would love that if Dylan Brooks somehow got in. Even if they weren't doing the International versus Team USA, or, you know, like back in the day when they would like select the rosters and all that, I still think Dylan Brooks had a chance to get in. You know, there's the Kawhi Leonard factor. I mean, I know he already got into it, but you get my point. Hold on, you guys. Oh, I thought there was a trade. Anyways, I know Kawhi Leonard got in. He probably should have been in already without them having just to get him in. But, like, I think Dylan Brooks has a great chance. It is possible. It is possible. But, yeah, Dylan definitely deserves to be on the All-Star team. I know a lot of you don't like LeBron, and I understand that. But I'm just saying, as somebody who's a basketball history fan, they did this with, like, Michael Jordan, for example. Like, when he played his last All-Star game, like, Vince Carter gave up his starting spot. This is just one of those things, like, it could be LeBron's last year or second to last year. Like, he's going to get into the All-Star game. It's LeBron James, you guys. But Dylan Brooks has, you could argue, he's been playing better than LeBron James this season. So, I'm just saying. A little bit of more Suns news, too. I meant to make a YouTube short about this. I got a little busy. I didn't really talk about it, but I'll talk about it now. Can't wait to see Matt Ishbia, Suns owner, play for the All-Star Celebrity Game. That's not a joke. That's real information. Matt Ishbia even tweeted about that. We'll talk about that later, but I'm really excited for Matt Ishbia. I can't wait to see that. And yeah, I'm glad you said this, Mark. I think I've talked about this on the show, but it's a good reminder. If you're somebody who likes to buy Suns jerseys, I think it's pretty safe to go buy a Dylan Brooks jersey, because I remember making a video about this. Matt Ishbia tweeted out a while ago, because there was all these stupid fake Dylan Brooks rumors happening that just flew up out of nowhere. DeMarcus Cousins, I'm talking to you, bro. DeMarcus Cousins and a few others were like, Dylan Brooks is going to get traded. He's going to go to the Lakers. That didn't happen at all. And Matt Ishbia pretty much said, like, Dylan Brooks is here for the foreseeable future. He said, don't even bother picking up the phone. We're not trading Dylan Brooks. So, Mark says, I heard that Matt Ishbia said that Dylan Brooks will retire a Phoenix Sun. So again, if you're somebody that likes to buy jerseys, I think it's safe to buy a Dylan Brooks jersey. My guy Thunder Stash, if you're watching, you texted me that months ago before Dylan Brooks started really doing what he was doing. You were like, dude, I'm buying a Dylan Brooks jersey. And I was like, I might have to too. And for real now, I really want to buy a Dylan Brooks jersey. If you would have told me the day we traded KD that fast forward a few months, Suns Geek would be buying a Dylan Brooks jersey, I would have been like, you guys are crazy. But no, like, he's been one of our best players. He's been so good for us. He's been good for the Suns culture and the next man up mentality and the locker room, and for Devin Booker and the fans too. He loves the fans, guys. So we got to return that favor and show support and love to Dylan Brooks, man. We just got to, bro. Sungi, as KG calls him, has been heard a lot. Yeah, I think I've kind of noticed that. Like, I feel like I haven't heard too much about Alfred Sengun, but the last few years, he's been great, man. Hopefully Colin Gillespie will get signed here soon, but I could also see that not happening until the offseason. Yeah, I know it's not the best analysis. Guys, let's focus on this season. Colin Gillespie's happy here. That's all I know. He's happy playing for the Phoenix Suns. He's thriving playing for the Phoenix Suns. We'll worry about his contract later, okay? He's definitely going to get paid. Hopefully it's by the Suns. Hopefully he can stay with the Suns for a long time. But do you think Colin Gillespie right now is thinking, oh, man, I got to start worrying about my contract next season? No. The guy's focused on the next game. He's focused on continuing winning and playing well here and making the playoffs and all that, Let me get to a few other pinned comment. Oh, where'd the chat go? Oh, here it is. Accidentally clicked out of it. Here we go. Let's see. Abraham says, hey, Geek, when are you going to be on another Suns Jam Session podcast? Yeah, maybe tonight. I don't know. I'll just have to text John or something. So, John, if you're watching, I think I'm available tonight. It's kind of just whenever, to be honest. Like, I'm good friends with both of those guys, and sometimes they hit me up or vice versa. And I'm like, hey, you guys need a guest, or vice versa. They invite me onto their show all the time. So maybe tonight. I don't know, but I've been on them a lot lately. I was on like a lot last week and stuff. I love those guys. Go check them out. Suns Jam Session podcast. Love working with those guys, and I hope to be on many shows in the future. I have a nice collection. I need Dylan and I need a Jalen. Me too, man. I don't have I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't have a great jersey collection in general. It's kind of an expensive habit. And it's funny I say that because, like, I collect basketball shoes, kind of, especially the D books as of late. But, like, jerseys, I've always kind of been picky about. But I think I need to start buying more Suns jerseys, especially now with Dylan Brooks. And I feel like I haven't bought many the last few years because, like, look at our team now. Like, yeah, I have a Kevin Durant jersey t-shirt. I have a lot of Devin Booker jerseys. I have some other Suns jerseys, but like there's been so much like not insecurity, but inconsistency with our team the last few years. I was like scared to buy a jersey. You know what I mean? Like, I guess in the long haul, it's good that I didn't buy a KD jersey. Maybe if I find one for like super cheap, I'd buy a KD jersey, but you know. So no trades yet, guys. This is kind of the slow time right now. I wonder if Shams is like on a lunch break or doing like stuff for ESPN right now. But once we get to 12 o'clock, which is like almost 18 minutes from now, 22 minutes or something. Once we get to 12, that's when things are going to be firing off, you guys. That's when trades are going to be coming out left and right. Okay. Whoa. Not a trade, but New York Knicks guard Miles Deuce McBride will undergo surgery for a core muscle injury and may be out until the playoffs. Huge blow, and that's why Jose Alvarado was a priority. McBride has missed the last few games with, quote, left ankle injury management. That sucks for the Knicks. And I guess that makes sense why they traded for Jose Alvarado. Remember when Miles McBride like looked like Steph Curry against us? So, yeah, that's a huge blow. I just saw that on Twitter. Okay. So what we'll do, you guys, we'll take a break just a little bit from the comments. And then let's see. And we'll kind of just react to some of the trades that have happened recently. That's what we'll do for like the next 20 minutes until all the trades start to fire off. So let me just do this real quick. So we're going to kind of start from the top. NBA.com. NBA.com has a whole like page dedicated to the trade deadline, reported trades, every reported deal. I'm sure a lot of other websites have this, but we're just going to go to NBA.com, the OG, the OG site. Where do you guys want to begin? You let me know where you want to begin with the trade deadline stuff. I mean, I guess we could probably talk about the Anthony Davis Wizards stuff. If you guys are an OG of this channel, I've talked a lot about the Wizards and their like rebuild. And well, I think it's safe to say they're done rebuilding. Not only did they get Trae Young, but they got Anthony Davis. I think they have, I don't know about their cap space anymore, but I know they have a lot of picks. They have a lot of young talent. They're just going to keep getting better and better. And you're adding Trae Young and Anthony Davis. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to take you back, but I have a bunch of Marquise Chris jerseys. That's awesome, man. I have Marquise Chris stuff. I don't have a jersey. I have a bunch of stuff that he signed for me and trading cards and all that, but I don't have a jersey. Yeah. Anthony, you should make a video or something, man. You should like just show off your whole Suns jersey collection, man. Maybe one day I'll do that. I don't have a big enough of a Suns jersey collection to do that, but I have a collection of stuff. I'll just say that. All right. But yeah, so Wizards are definitely done rebuilding. I think it's safe to say. I mean, I know they're not going to like, why did I click out of that? I know they're not going to like win overnight. It's going to take time. Obviously, Anthony Davis has to stay healthy, and Trae Young too. Trae Young's got to stay healthy, but the fact that they're making these moves, I think it's safe to say that for now, their rebuilding is over, at least temporarily. So yeah, but let's kind of start with earlier today. The last reported trade, and since we were kind of talking about time zones earlier, this was at 12:40 Eastern time, February 5th. The Knicks trade Jose Alvarado and deal with the Pelicans. So they're trading Jose Alvarado, and the Pelicans are going to get Dalen Terry, 2 second-round picks, and cash considerations. In my opinion, that's a little too much for Jose Alvarado. But the Knicks are trying to win. We talked about the Deuce McBride thing, which that really sucks for them. Maybe they're like, you know what? We need to overpay for this guy. And let's be real, like, I mean, I didn't even know Dalen Terry played for the Knicks unless he just got traded there. There's been so many trades this week. I don't know who plays for who anymore. So that's that trade. It's more of a Knicks trade. The Pelicans get picks. They can keep rebuilding and maybe do something with those picks. I don't know. So the Bucks and Suns, we already talked about that. Nick Richards, Nigel Hayes-Davis to Phoenix for Cole Anthony and Amir Coffey. We talked well about that. Earlier today, though, the Lakers and Hawks made a trade. Luke Kennard is going to the Lakers, and Atlanta gets Gabe Vincent and a second-round pick. So if Gabe Vincent continues to be injured, in reality, they just got a second-round pick. But maybe they'll get a healthy Gabe Vincent. Atlanta's made kind of a lot of moves lately. Curious what the Hawks are doing. I thought the Hawks were going to be a lot better than they were. Even without Trae Young, I still thought they were going to be, better than they are, and that they just haven't been. Ayo Dosunmu is headed to the Timberwolves. The Bulls have made a ton of trades. So Timberwolves are getting Ayo Dosunmu, who, by the way, I didn't know this, you guys. He's actually having a good statistical season. I think it's like 15 points or 13 points on like 50, 40, 90 shooting or something like that, or like 80-something% shooting. Sorry, I'm just reading a comment. Anyways, but yeah, so he's having a pretty good season. Bulls have made a lot of trades lately. They have a lot of guards. And then Bobby Marks, I'll try to find the tweet later, but Bobby Marks said like they have like a bunch of second-round picks now. So Ayo Dosunmu goes to the Timberwolves, and is it Julian Phillips? Is that how you pronounce it? Ayo Dosunmu, Julian Phillips to the Timberwolves. I think Dosunmu will be good for the Timberwolves. Chicago receives Rob Dillingham, Leonard Miller, and 4 second-round picks. Second-round picks are getting thrown like they're getting traded like Pokemon cards, man. Second-round picks. You get a second-round pick. You get a second-round pick. They're getting traded like crazy. I would not want to be in charge of tracking all those second-round picks and where they go to, because that's a lot. Yeah, I saw that comment. I'm going to flag this one, guys. I'm sorry about that. Don't put stuff like that in the chat, guys. I know you're trying to be funny. No, we're not doing that here, you guys. So yeah, don't put that. I think I blocked, or I don't know what I did to that comment. So hopefully it's gone, but I'm sorry, everybody. Sometimes people who have no life come into the chat and they say disrespectful, hateful things like that. So yeah. But anyways, Ayo Dosunmu to Minnesota. Chicago gets Rob Dillingham. Remember, Rob Dillingham was like a top 4 pick. I think the Timberwolves traded up to get him, and it just didn't work out, which that kind of sucks. But at least they're getting a productive player in Dosunmu. They're trying to win now. Maybe they trade for Giannis. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, and I'm so glad this happened earlier, guys. It happened late last night. I was already in bed when it happened. But finally, I even tweeted this out. You know that SpongeBob kind of meme where the guy's like, ha ha ha, finally. That was a terrible impression. But Jonathan Kuminga finally gets traded. The Kuminga saga's over. I'm glad we didn't trade for that guy. I'm so glad we didn't trade for Jonathan Kuminga. This is what I was talking about, you guys. The SpongeBob thing where he's like, ha ha ha, finally. Yeah, Jonathan Kuminga finally traded late last night. Tweeted it out when I saw it. Was happy when I saw it because nothing against Jonathan Kuminga. I'm sure if he played for the Suns, I would love him. But I've always thought he's kind of overrated. I feel like he got better and better as the seasons went on. Seasons, not seasons, seasons. But like, was he ever worth like giving a max extension to, or giving him a big contract? Was he worth all the drama and the saga and all the reports? I was like, dude, this guy's not that good. He could be good. Maybe he'll go to the Hawks and he'll thrive there. I don't know, but like, I just think he's overrated. So when I saw that they were trading him, I was like, finally, it's over. Just like with the Jimmy Butler thing, you guys. I know a lot of you wanted Jimmy at the time. That sounds like crazy to say now, but I was like, thank goodness the Jimmy Butler saga's over. Yeah, thank you. And I'm sorry, you guys, about that comment. I saw that, but I was like, what? Yeah, I'm sorry about that, you guys. Yeah, Charlotte. Oh, so Charlotte got Kobe White. Yeah, I was like, again, so many trades have happened to you guys. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know who plays for who. We got to talk about the Hornets, though, you guys, later. The Hornets, one, have been playing better, and they've made a lot of moves. They could legit make the play-in tournament or even the playoffs. They're playing so well right now. By the way, earlier, or it was like yesterday or the day before, Suns head coach Jordan Knott won Coach of the Month, and Hornets coach Charles Lee won Coach of the Month as well. So that's just how good the Hornets have been. All right, guys, here's what we're going to do, because we're about 10 minutes away from 12 o'clock. I think the trades are going to roll in. We're going to still cover the rest of the trades and all that. If you guys have comments, questions, etc., get them in. Let me know. I'm going to go get some more water and just take like a quick little break. Just a quick break. It won't take long. Don't go anywhere, you guys. So, and I encourage you, if you need a break too, sorry, I'm just doing some behind the scenes stuff too. Does it really make you like, I was trying to like put something up on the screen, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to take a quick break. I won't be gone very long. I'm going to go get some water, maybe stretch my legs, come back, and we'll talk all trade deadline stuff, all Sun stuff. So I encourage you, go get a break, go get some water or something, come back. I'll still be live. We'll still be going. I'm just going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Don't unsubscribe. Just give me a minute. So yeah, just give me like a minute or two. And let me see. Hold on. Let me just put something up. Be right back. Taking a water break. We'll just say that. Boom. Okay. Boom. Let's see if we can do this too. Hold on. Oh, nope. I don't want to do that. Hold on. Let's see. I had a graphic. You guys are going to watch this while I do it live. Who cares? Nope, that wasn't it. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. Does that work? Cool. All right. Yeah, I'll be right back, you guys. Give me a minute. BRB. Hang tight. And yeah. Okay. Be right back, you guys. Be right back. All right, you guys. I'm back. Mic check. Mic check 1 2. Check 1 2. We still good, guys? We're still live. All right. Sorry that took a little longer than I expected. Not gonna lie to you guys. I finished the rest of my breakfast when I was out there. I grabbed more water and was just chatting it up and checking on my dogs. So we're back. Let me know if we're looking good, sounding good. It is officially 12 o'clock Arizona time, which means we are, about an hour or so or less till the deadline ends. So maybe we'll get some trades. There were a couple that happened while I was gone, but it's nothing like crazy. It's more like flexible, cap-related salary stuff. We'll dive into it in a second, but yeah. Nothing really groundbreaking to where I had to like rush back to my computer. Just like small trades on the margins, mainly stuff. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just checking something on my phone. But yeah, thank you to everybody that's back. Thank you for everybody who tuned in. Okay. I also changed hats, and I grabbed a few other hats that I want to throw on during the rest of the stream. So, all right. So, shout out to my friend Ron for tuning in. I highlighted your question. I'll try to get to it when I can. Jason, appreciate you being here. What's up, Suns fans? Trade day. Let's go. Yep, it is trade day, and we're going to react to it all. I think we're like less than an hour from the trade deadline being officially over, which means hopefully a lot of trades will roll in. Ja Morant still hasn't been traded. Giannis still hasn't been traded. Probably won't be traded till the offseason. Domantas Sabonis still hasn't been traded. Lots of other players still haven't been traded, you guys. A lot could happen within this hour. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let me just make sure. Okay, we're good there. All right. Let's get to some highlighted questions and stuff. I got my phone right here, so I'll see the trades as they roll in. Here we go. So I know it's trade deadline time, but man, can we talk about how great Oso and Collins' chemistry have been lately? They've been looking like a Draymond and Steph these past couple of games. It's funny you say that. I sort of talked about that the last live show. Like, Oso's been doing this thing where he like has the ball, sets a screen, and throws the ball in between his legs and gives it off to the running Colin Gillespie, drains the three. He's done that a few times, and it definitely stands out. I feel like those two have always had good chemistry. Colin seems to find him a lot, rim running or for a lob pass, you know. These guys really do genuinely care about each other. They genuinely love playing with each other, and it's starting to show. It's not starting to show. It's been showing on the court all season long. So that's a great comment. Mark says, Suns are winning 55-plus games this year. Prediction. I had it before the season started, not far away. Do you remember me predicting it when the Phoenix Suns faced the OKC Thunder before the All-Star break? I'm sure it's in one of my shows or videos, or you left it in a comment. I'm pretty sure you did. Okay, guys, hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, that scared me. I thought there was a trade. I got scared. I was like, I saw the tweet. I was like, oh my God, we got a trade. No. The Nuggets are converting Spencer Jones, who I think my friend Ben covered at was it California? I don't know. Maybe it's another guy. But they're converting Spencer Jones. I thought we got a trade. I got all excited. I was like, oh, let's go. But no trade. Not yet anyways. Okay. But yeah, that's awesome, man. If you predicted the Suns winning 55 games and you have like a receipt for that, that's awesome. I'm pretty sure you did. That's cool, man. All right. Thank you, Nick Richards. He went from being a bench guy his early years to being traded here and automatically started, dropping 21 points and his 11 rebounds in his debut, made last season watchable at times. Exactly. Yeah, I remember I covered that game, guys. Like I made a video and was talking about it, and yeah, he had one of the best Suns debuts I've ever seen. So did Jalen Green, by the way. And yeah, so I agree. Do y'all see another trade coming? Says Max. I mean, yeah, obviously as basketball fans, hopefully, if you're talking just Suns related, I don't know. I think we might be done. I don't know. I mean, anything could happen in the next 55 minutes or so. Anything could happen, but I don't think so. We honestly might be done. We'll have to see. I'm waiting for the trades to roll in, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we talked a lot about this earlier. The Suns are now, after this trade, $2.4 million below the luxury tax. That's always great. Let's see. Semi-Suns related, but after the Vucevic trade, our former 10th pick, Jalen Smith, is the only center on the Bulls and can finally have a chance to shine and get starter minutes and unleash his potential. I've heard he's been playing pretty well. I need to get Super Mario Hoops on the channel, Bulls fan, friend of mine. He'll definitely have more insight and knowledge on Jalen Smith, but I think he has been performing pretty well. But you're right. Like, if they do decide to keep Jalen Smith going forward and give him that starting role in a bunch of minutes, former Phoenix Sun Jalen Smith, he could really shine there, like you say. That's a good point. All right. Ron, appreciate you tuning in, man. Ron says, the real question is, we have a good team or a bunch of guys with egos? And then he actually texted me too. And let me see. I just want to just read. Hold on, let's see. He's that's funny. So my guy Ron says, the real question is, will we have a good team or a guy with a bunch of egos? If you are like just tuning in, you're not really a Suns fan, you know, like if you're new to this channel, you're not really a Suns fan, you're trying to catch up on what's going on with the Suns, let me tell you, and if you don't know already, guys, the team with egos and all that, that team is gone. Bradley Beal is gone. Kevin Durant is gone. This team doesn't have any ego. This team is a team full of dogs. DAWGHS. Dogs. This team is a team full of competitors. Guys that want to win. Guys that will sacrifice minutes and their roles to win. And like I said, these guys genuinely and actually care about each other off of the court, not just on the court, not just for the media, not to look good in front of the fan. No, like they actually care and like each other. And you want to know when that all started, you guys? I think players have talked about this. They had like, I think a week or maybe 2 weeks training camp, I think up in Flagstaff or something. And then I think at the actual Suns training camp, these guys really bonded and got close and competed out there. And this is not a team full of egos. That team is gone. That team is in the past. And hopefully we can forget about it as Suns fans. Because you guys know me. I'm one of the most positive, optimistic, happy-go-lucky Suns fans there ever was. And last year I was the most negative I've ever been in my life. In terms of like a Suns fan, you know. That team's gone. So this team is a good team. You could argue we've been a top 10 team all season, and the egos are gone. This team doesn't have any egos. So great question from Ron, my friend, good friend of mine. But yeah, that team's gone. We don't have a team full of egos anymore. Now I have my second cup of coffee with the transaction of Amir Coffey. Will he be able to play tonight, being that it's not until 8 p.m.? Good question, Mark. Okay. I'm kind of glad you said that too. Hold on. I'm just making sure there's not a trade. As the years have gone on, I've sort of recognized that trade deadline day with scheduled basketball games, in my personal opinion, should not be a thing. I don't think we should play on trade deadline day. I don't think any team should. Because even trade deadline week, it's just kind of weird. I know they can't hold off games for a whole week, but trade deadline day? Because you can't play if you get traded unless you're literally traded midway through the game, but that doesn't happen. That's why they call it trade deadline. There's a deadline. There's a timer to where you cannot be traded. Trades can no longer become official. But I just don't think they should play on trade deadline day. I just don't think that they should. But that's just my personal opinion. Sometimes it is fun, though, because, like, games get really weird. Lineups get weird. Crazy things happen. It is what it is. But yeah, but to answer the following question, will he be able to play tonight? I think it's extremely unlikely because, one, trades still have to be finalized. You got to dot your T's, cross your I's, all that stuff. He would have to fly here. Jersey would have to be made. He'd have to be. It's just extremely unlikely. Maybe he's available the next game. When is our next game? Saturday? Ooh, by the way, I'm going to that Saturday game, by the way. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be there. Maybe I'll vlog a little bit or do some kind of YouTube short right after the game or something. I don't know. Just to give you guys some kind of coverage. Then we have the Super Bowl this weekend. We got the Olympic opening ceremonies and all that. Can't wait. So, yeah, to answer your long-winded answer, he's not going to be available to play tonight. I'd be shocked if he played tonight. I doubt it. Whoa. Okay, so we actually have a trade. Not Suns trade. We have an actual NBA trade. So let me pull this up, you guys. Wow. Are the Clippers just blowing it up? Holy crap. It's not Kawhi Leonard, but are the Clippers blowing it up? So we have a trade, you guys. Not a Suns trade. Not a Suns trade. I got to repeat that. But the Indiana Pacers. Here we go, you guys. This is it. The Indiana Pacers have traded for Ivica Zubac, who I love. I know he hasn't had a great season this year, but he is a good, dominant big man. Seems to always play well against the Suns, too. The Clippers have traded Ivica Zubac to the Indiana Pacers, but I'm checking right now on my phone. We don't know who he's been traded for. Holy crap. Remember, you guys, I know the Pacers are a lottery team this year, but that's just because they've been injured. They're going to get like probably a top 5 pick. Tyrese Halliburton will hopefully come back healthier. They have other young talent on their team. They can make another playoff push next year. This is what you call like a gap year. You know what I mean? So holy crap, you guys. Ivica Zubac. Is that how you say his name? Ivica Zubac? I don't know how to say his name. So yeah. Wow. What a trade. Going to the Pacers. They're going to have a gap year. You know what I mean? It's a gap year for them. But they got themselves a center now. Oh, wait. How did I forget about Pascal Siakam? I always forget about him because the Pacers aren't good this year. So they got Tyrese Halliburton, who hopefully can come back healthy. Pascal Siakam, and now Zubac, and what other else young talent they have. Plus, they're probably going to get a top 5 pick. Maybe they'll get like a top 3 pick. And by the way, you guys, this draft class this year is like loaded. And don't let anybody fool you. The Suns have a second-round pick this year, to my knowledge. Not sure if we're going to do anything with it, but we got a second-round pick and a loaded draft class. Just saying. Not that we don't really need any more young talent, but that's a conversation for another time. But holy crap, you guys, Zubac has been traded to the Indiana Pacers. Holy cow. But I wonder who they traded, though. Who did they trade for? That's the real question. That's what we got to find out. I don't know. Let's see. I got to full screen myself for this one. The Phoenix Suns as a whole are a den of dogs. It's very true. I think you and I can make a shirt saying it. It will sell. What do you think? That's great, man. I'm so long overdue with having Suns Geek merch. I got to get Suns Geek merch eventually. I'll just answer your. One day I will have shirts. Maybe one day we can come up with something. I don't know. One day, but I got to make time. I got to find a website that I trust, and I don't know. I know it's easy nowadays to do that kind of stuff, but you got to come up with like a graphic and all that. I don't know, but maybe one day that'd be cool. The Suns are a team of dogs. I will say this though: if I ever do come out with merch and like multiple merch items, one of them is going to be one-man show. Because if you guys are new to this channel, I am literally a one-man show and do everything live and authentic and real. I don't have a team of producers behind me. It's literally just me. So yeah, one-man show, baby. Subscribe to Suns Geek for real, authentic, honest, blue-collar Suns coverage. Anyways, what were we talking about? Zubac getting traded? Holy crap. Yeah, Zubac has been traded to the Pacers. So now, Tyrese Halliburton, when he does come back from his healthy season, or hopefully healthier, he'll have another running mate, him and Pascal Siakam. That's a big front line, you guys. Siakam. I demand a Suns Geek jersey. Me too, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have a custom one, like one of those like kind of like fake replica ones, and it says Suns Geek on it. I've had it in the background of my videos before, but yeah, I need to get Suns Geek merch. I'm wearing my Suns Geek hat. Hold on, I gotta full screen myself for it. Shout out to the Suns Jam Session podcast who made this for me. Got my Suns Geek hat right here. I need to make more of these. By the way, link down below in the description if you want to go buy one of these, or if you want to go, I just dropped it. Or if you want to go buy one of the Suns Jam Session podcast hats or my Suns Geek hat, link down below in the description. Go check it out right now. Ooh. Everything's failing. All right, anyways. But yeah, so go check that out if you want to go buy it. Link down below in the description. And since we got like a minute or so to kind of, since we're kind of just reacting to stuff, I'm going to put that in the chat right now. Let's see. Suns Jam and Suns Geek merch. Go buy it. Go buy a sticker. If you buy something that has my logo on it, tag me in it, share it with me. I'll shout you out. They're probably gonna post it soon and see who the Pacers. Yeah, they'll share that soon. That's another thing about the trade deadline, guys, is like sometimes we only hear about the main player who's been traded or players, and then the rest of the details go in, you know. So, but when I took that break earlier, let me just refresh here. There was a couple small trades that happened. Let's see if NBA's got it updated. Yeah, it was just a couple small trades when I took that break earlier. I'll share my screen real quick. Let's see. Again, this is just a small trade, nothing big, but the Nets agreed to 2 deals with the Celtics. They're adding Josh Minott and Hunter Tyson. So the Celtics are getting Josh Minott, and they're getting, I think, Hunter Tyson. No, Hunter Tyson's going to Brooklyn. Denver creates the open roster spot for the buyout market. So does that mean Brooklyn gets a second-round pick? Boston Celtics. Oh, so okay, I don't know. Wow, that's a confusing trade. So Josh Minott goes to Brooklyn, Okay, so we're getting more details about the Pacers trade, the more important trade. Let me just do this. Okay, so Ben Mathurin is going to the Clippers. What are the Clippers doing? Are the Clippers just blowing it up? Is Kawhi going to get traded? I mean, Ben Mathurin, he can score. He's been inconsistent, but he can score. But is he ever going to be an all-star? Probably not. At least Zubac has a chance. He's been a productive, good center in this league. I don't know if he'll be an all-star center, but Ben Mathurin for Zubac? What are the Clippers doing? Are they just trying to replace James Harden now? Am I forgetting something about the Clippers? Let me pull up their roster real quick. Hold on. Let's see. Let's go to the Clippers real quick. Where's their team? Here we go. Team roster. I mean, I know they got Darius Garland too, but what? I don't get what they're doing, man. So this isn't updated yet because this is from the Clippers website. But let me just share their team. Now remember, Bradley Beal doesn't play for them anymore. Well, he's injured. They still got Kawhi Leonard who's playing at obviously an all-star level. He's been great for them. Chris Dunn, I love Chris Dunn, good defender. Maybe they trade Bogdanovich. They got Darius Garland, so maybe they're seeing something we're not seeing. Darius Garland and Kawhi Leonard are going to work great together for the foreseeable future. They got former Phoenix Sun Ty Washington. They got John Collins. I think he's been playing pretty good as of late. And then they got Ben Mathurin, and then a bunch of other guards and forwards. I'm I don't get what the Clippers are doing. Are they just maybe they see something in Garland and Kawhi that we don't see? Mark, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the kind comment. You are awesome and do a great job with your show. You deserve all the accolades. Go Suns. Suns better win tonight with no Steph Curry. Knock on wood. Yeah, knock on wood. This could be a potential trap game. Like I said earlier, guys, trade deadline games are just weird. There's weird lineups that get thrown out there. Guys get a bunch of minutes. Teams lose on trade deadline days. It's just weird. This could be a real trap game, but no Steph Curry. Obviously, no Jonathan Kuminga because he's traded. But could be a trap game too. I don't know. Don't take your foot off the pedal, Suns. I'll just say that. Oh, yeah, no Booker tonight. And I don't think Jalen Green. I don't know. Have they said anything about Jalen Green? Also, Ben Mathurin, being sent to the Clippers along with draft capital for Zubac. The Clippers' long-term backcourt is Darius Garland and Mathurin. So, I don't know. If that's maybe what they're thinking. Maybe they're thinking, hey, let's go younger. We were the oldest team in the league. Let's go younger now. We got Ben Mathurin, Darius Garland, whatever years of Kawhi we have left, and then we'll figure it out from there. But I don't know, you guys. I don't know. If somebody has better insight on what you think the Clippers are doing, let me know. Per Anthony Slater, who does great Warriors coverage. I think he was with The Athletic for a long time, might still be, or he's with ESPN. For anybody who cares. Especially about this next part, for anybody who cares about Draymond Green. Draymond Green will remain with the Warriors through the deadline per sources. He was involved in the Giannis conversation that never gained traction. But part of a pivot plan to Kristaps Porzingis includes the idea of pairing complementary Draymond-Porzingis front court skill sets. So that's what the Warriors are doing for anybody who cares. And that's from Anthony Slater. He's been covering the Warriors for a long time. Like I said, he was with the He was with the blah, blah, blah. He was with The Athletic for a long time. Now I think he's working for ESPN. Does a great job. But let's see. This is what he says on Draymond and kind of the Warriors' future in a way, kind of. Because let's be real, unless Steph Curry straight up says, trade me, Steph Curry's not going anywhere. He'll probably retire a Warrior. Maybe now Draymond retires a Warrior. Maybe they have something with Kristaps Porzingis and Curry, but like, can Kristaps stay healthy? I know he had like a big injury, not big injury, but like a health problem. I forgot what it was, but you get my point. It was like a serious kind of health scare. So can he stay healthy enough? Draymond hasn't had a good season. He's obviously older. The Warriors are a fading dynasty. So like, I don't know, but this is good coverage by Anthony Slater. Draymond Green will remain with the Warriors through the deadline. He was involved in a Giannis conversation that never gained traction. They're pivoting to Kristaps Porzingis with the idea of comparing Draymond and Porzingis front court skill sets. So that's what the Warriors are doing. They finally traded Jonathan Kuminga, thank God. And yeah. And just to recap, we're going to refresh the page here. The Zubac trade, because I think we've got all the details, at least for now anyways. The Pacers are getting Zubac, which I really like that for the Pacers. That's going to be a big front line, Siakam and Zubac. They're trading him, and the Clippers are going to get Ben Mathurin to pair up with Darius Garland. And I think there's some picks that were thrown in there too. So, and the Sixers traded Eric Gordon, former Phoenix Sun Eric Gordon, for a second-round pick swap in the future. And anybody else in that? Okay, yeah. Wow. Let's see if anything else happens, you guys. Let's see. Legion Hoops just tweeted that teams are now rapidly calling the Clippers, checking for Kawhi. I would. I think if you're a GM and you see what just happened, you have to at least pick up the phone and call and say, hey, what are you guys doing over there? Is Kawhi available? I would do that. You know what I mean? I don't know if I would do that for this current Suns team, because I don't know if you want to bring in a star player who gets injured a lot, but like I'm just saying, if it, you know, and I don't know who the Suns would trade for Kawhi Leonard anyways, and if they would even accept that deal, but you get my point. If I was the GM of another team, I would call and check in on Kawhi. You know what I mean? The Pacers are sending Ben Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, 2 second-round picks. Oh, sorry, 2 first-round picks and 1 second-rounder for Zubac and Kobe Brown. Holy crap. The Clippers are receiving a 2026 first-round pick from the Pacers so that they get a pick this year. Whoa. Are the Clippers, what is going on? The Clippers are receiving a 2026 first-round pick from the Pacers, protected 1 through 4, 10 through 30, plus a 2029 Pacers unprotected first-round pick. What is going on? Kobe Brown's on an expiring deal. Zubac will also receive a $2.4 million trade kicker. So are the Clippers going to trade Kawhi Leonard? Like, for real, are the Clippers just like, all right, we're moving on? Maybe they trade him during the summer. I think he only has a couple years left on his deal. Wow. What is going on, man? What if Kawhi Leonard gets traded? Oh, my God. That would be nuts, man. All right, I'm just checking something. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on, you guys. My bad. Okay, I was just double checking something. Wow. I wonder what's going to happen in the next. Do we only have like less than 30 minutes left till the deadline's over? Or do we still have like another hour? Someone let me know. If someone can find an actual like trade deadline countdown thing, I think it's over at 1 o'clock Arizona time, or it's 2 o'clock. I don't know. You guys know? Somebody let me know. Because I don't think there's been a countdown. Usually it's like, hey, there's only like 30 minutes left till the deadline. So somebody let me know. Who cares? We'll be live for it all. That's a haul for Zubac. Yeah, I agree. But Pacers are trying to win. They're trying to go back to the finals next year. So wait, if they they traded that top 4 protected pick. So what? So if the pick is top 4, do the Pacers get it? Because like they're trading a pick in a really loaded draft class. Like, do they not care to develop young talent? Yeah, thank you, Brian. That's kind of what I figured. 1 p.m. our time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. That's what Google. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, time zones get so confusing. I was like, does the trade deadline end at 1 o'clock? Or is it like 2 o'clock Arizona time, but 3 o'clock Eastern time? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, thank you for confirming that, everybody. I appreciate it. Zubac had more value than Luka did when he got traded. What? I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with that. Talk about Luka here, man. Come on. Zubac's a great player, though. He's a great player. So I don't know. Dude, that's crazy. So the Clippers received the Pacers 2026 first round top 4 protected per Shams Charania. Clippers now own a 48% chance at a lottery pick in this year's draft. For Indiana, a full-on tank mode for the next 2 months. Pretty much. I mean, they're one of the worst teams in the league, but it's not really their fault. They're injured. They let Miles Turner go, which I don't really blame them for letting Miles Turner go. At first, I kind of did. I was like, dude, that guy was super loyal. That guy was on your Pacers team for a long time, but now he's on the Bucks, and he's just not very good. So, I don't know. Okay, so just to kind of cover this Clippers trade, because we're getting a lot about it. Can't believe Giannis hasn't been traded yet, or Ja, or like even Sabonis. Okay, let's see. There's a lot that's happened with this trade, you guys. Holy cow. Okay, hold on. Let's refresh. Lots going on. Lots of fun stuff. So speaking of that pick, if you missed it, oops, that's not it. Let's share this screen. Nope. Sorry, guys. One-man show. You already know the drill here. You already know the drill. One-man show at Suns Geek. So Pacers get Zubac. Clippers get Ben Mathurin. Clippers get some picks and all that. But what the more important thing is here, they're getting a big pick this year in 2026. The Clippers are getting this pick. If the Pacers' first round pick this year falls outside of that 1 to 4, 10 to 30 range, it converts to the Pacers to be a 2031 unprotected first. That's weird. What does Shams mean by like 1 through 4, 10? So if it's 5 through 9, is that what he's saying? That's confusing. If somebody can sum that up for me, I don't know. I mean, I've been live streaming almost 2 hours. My brain's fried. But if the Pacers pick this year falls outside of that 1 through 4, 10 through 30, then it becomes a 2031 future first round pick. What? I don't know. I don't know. Whoa. Hold on, guys. Let's see. Okay, I thought a trade happened. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just texting real quick. All right. Former Phoenix Sun Tyus Jones is expected soon to hit the buyout market after being traded to the Hornets. Jones will be able to join a contending team as a backup point guard option. That's wild about Tyus Jones, man. He obviously didn't work out in Phoenix. I was so excited when we got Tyus Jones. I overhyped Tyus Jones way too much. And he did have moments where he was pretty good. But goes to Orlando, which I thought was going to be a good pickup, and flamed out in Orlando. But Orlando's had like an inconsistent season anyway, so maybe it's not Tyus Jones. Gets traded to the Hornets, like last night, and is probably going to hit the buyout market and be a free agent. So hopefully he can sign with some contender and like play well for them. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm still cheering for Tyus Jones. I liked him before he was a Sun. Loved him when he was a Sun. It just didn't work out, man. Guys, if you got any comments, questions, things you want me to talk about, things you want me to cover, let me know. We're about 20-ish minutes away from the deadline being over. No Ja Morant still, no Sabonis, no Giannis. Although I think earlier, we got a trade though. Speaking of Tyus Jones, right on cue. Holy crap. Tyus Jones just got traded. Hold on. Oops. Where's that Shams tweet, baby? Here we go. The Charlotte Hornets are trading Tyus Jones. So funny. I was just talking about Tyus Jones. Charlotte Hornets are trading Tyus Jones to the Dallas Mavericks from Malachi Branham. Sources tell ESPN Mavericks have had interest in Jones this season and get him today. Hornets open up a $7 million trade exception. Holy crap. So Tyus Jones and Cooper Flag, somebody at the bottom comment says, announce Josh Harris selling the Sixers. I'm sorry. That just makes me laugh. But yeah, so we were just talking about Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones going to the Dallas Mavericks. Tyus Jones going to the Mavericks to play with Cooper Flag and whoever else they have left after the Anthony Davis trade. Man, somebody, Heat Culture says, Pat Riley, wake up, man. I don't think the Heat are going to do anything. I'd be shocked if they did something. Tyus Jones, sources say, who was a Dallas actually targeted above D'Angelo Russell this summer before Jones found a richer deal with the Mavericks than the Mavericks could afford. So, yeah. Brian, are you doing a live show tonight? Hopefully, yeah. Most likely, I'll see if Suns Jam needs a guest, or I'll do a reaction show. It is kind of a later start for Phoenix time. It's only 8 o'clock, but like I'll still be able to do a show. So yeah, I will do a live show again tonight for sure. Some either with Suns Jam or myself. So yeah, Tyus Jones just got traded. Where's all the big star names, man? Is that going to happen this summer? Are we going to get like a Giannis trade this summer? Are we going to get like a Ja Morant trade? Are the Kings? Why aren't the Kings doing anything? Where's Zach LaVine? Where's the Zach LaVine trade? Where's the DeMar DeRozan? Where's Sabonis? Where's, I don't know. Where's all the other trades, man? Who else do you guys think can get traded in the next 20 minutes? We're 20 minutes away, guys. Who do you think will get traded in the next 20 minutes? Let me know. I'm going to lean back in my chair, you guys, because I've been live for 2 hours. We're about to hit the 2-hour mark, you guys. Speaking of that, we're 2 hours in. Almost 2 hours in. Crush that like button. Share the show. If you know a fellow Suns fan in your life, go up to him. Start a conversation. Say, hey, I follow this one guy. His name's Suns Geek. He's a one-man show. He wears a bunch of Suns hats. Tell him to subscribe to the channel. You'll get real, authentic Suns coverage. What I'm going to do, you guys, is hold on. 1 p.m. Arizona time countdown. I wonder if I can do this. Let's see. Current local time. Here we go. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. We're going to do this just for fun, you guys. So you don't have to sit here and look at my ugly face. We're going to do this. Share tab. Boom. Sharing the time. The countdown is on. 18 minutes. Less than 18 minutes till the 2026 trade deadline will be complete. Who knows what's going to happen in the next 18 or less minutes? The countdown is on. Let's go. Put your predictions in the chat. Who's going to get traded? Did we already see all the big trade deadlines? Because I know we as basketball fans are greedy as basketball fans. We want trade after trade. We want movement after movement, signing after signing. But let's be real. We've had a whole week full of trades. It's been a fun week. We've had some massive trades. So if nothing really happens in the next 20 minutes, yeah, that's going to suck. But like, we've already had the trades. I remember last year, we were so spoiled last year. The Luka trade, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? Brian says, do you like the Suns trade, Geek? Yeah, I do. I think I do. If we keep Cole Anthony, I like the trade better than if we would have just traded him for Amir Coffey. Does that make sense? So if we keep Cole Anthony and we get under that luxury tax, like we're saving some money, we have more flexibility, et cetera, and we have an open roster spot left too, I think I'm okay with that. I think I like it a lot better than I thought. Don't know if Cole Anthony or Amir Coffey are going to be productive. Don't know that at all, but you know, can they come in and contribute and be depth guys? And, you know, can they contribute for us when we need them down the road? Maybe, because I don't know if Nick Richards was going to do that. You know, and Nigel Hayes-Davis wasn't going to do that either, you know. So, you know, I think I do like it. Whoa, we got a Suns trade, kind of. Wait, hold on. The Bucks and Suns have expanded this to a 3-team trade. The Chicago Bulls, Ousmane Dieng to Milwaukee, Nick Richards to Chicago. So what? So who did the Suns just not? I thought there was a Suns trade, but it just expanded. Do the Suns get anybody else, or is it just like maybe that's why they got Cole Anthony and maybe that's why they got Cole Anthony and Amir Coffey? Because look at this, you guys. The trade has expanded. 3-team deal. The Bulls are getting Ousmane Dieng. who's like a versatile forward, played for the Thunder for a while, to Milwaukee. Nick Richards is going to Chicago. Wow. Dude, what is going on? What if they said Giannis was coming to the Suns? That'd be great, man. Oh my God. I would absolutely lose it if Shams was like, Giannis is coming to the Suns. That'd be great, man. Yeah, time will tell for sure about this trade. I mean, all four guys who were traded, I don't know about Ousmane Dieng, but prior to that, all four guys who were traded, Cole Anthony and Amir Coffey as well, they're all on expiring deals. So I don't think this is like a long-term thing. I think it's just a seasonal kind of thing, you know. Guys, we're over the 2-hour mark. We're at 2 minutes and we're at 2 hours and nearly 5 minutes. Crush that like button. Share the show right now, you guys. Share the show. Tell a fellow Suns Geek fan in your life that you are subscribed to my channel. And if you're not subscribed, you keep watching my channel. You care what I have to say about the Suns. Crush that like button. Oh, man. Just make sure there's no trades. Holy crap, you guys. Holy crap. Fun day in the NBA, man. Fun day. Let's go back to the clock for now. Going back to the clock. T-minus 13 minutes, you guys, until the trade deadline is over. I'm glued to my phone. Kawhi Leonard could be the next star on the move from Los Angeles this summer. Yeah, because, like, I don't know. I mean, Kawhi could still get traded. It's probably unlikely in the next 13 minutes. But definitely this summer, I can see Kawhi Leonard getting traded. Maybe before the draft. Maybe the Clippers have a full-on kind of like reset with Darius Garland, Ben Mathurin, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah. The Pacers got to be excited, though, man. They have to be excited. Obviously, it's a gap year. You know, I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if the Clippers blow it up or not, man. You could probably argue they already have. Maybe the James Harden trade kind of just and look, even though before the James Harden trade, they were playing better. They were like one of the best teams, if not the best team, the last month or so, besides the Suns, obviously. Because, like, since I think the new year, the Clippers have been one of the best teams in the league. Even before that, their season got off to like a disastrous start. I thought they were going to rebuild earlier in the season. And they grinded it out, and then all of a sudden, James Harden just requests a trade. Just weird, man. Like, what's going on in LA? What is going on with the Clippers, man? All right, guys, I'm going to stand up real quick and kind of do a quick stretch. So just give me a second here. Oh, I almost just spilled my water everywhere. That would have been a disaster. Ugh, let me just stand up and stretch real quick. All right, guys, I'm back. Check, check. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. I changed my hat, too. I probably should have changed my shirt, but I did. I got to drink some water that I almost spilled everywhere. Let me know in the chat, you guys. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you're having for lunch. Let me know just let me know what you guys are doing. This is just a fun little hangout show, man. We're just waiting. Any other trades I should talk about? I love what Utah did. I'll tell you that much. I love what the Jazz did. We could talk about the Jazz a little bit. I think the Jazz are going to be good next year. Maybe Washington will win some games next year if Trae Young and Anthony Davis can stay healthy. I could definitely talk about Washington, but I'm going to kind of save my thoughts because I have I guess you could say an acquaintance with a Wizards reporter who covers the team. I do want to get him on the channel and talk like all things Suns and Wizards. So I might save my Wizards thoughts, but just know that I'm excited for the Wizards, and I think they're going to start winning some games next year. Brian says, from Black Rock Coffee, drinking a caramel iced coffee. So, guys, speaking of Black Rock Coffee, I remember before I moved to Memphis, they were starting to really open up and spring up everywhere. But now that I'm living back in the Valley, I've definitely seen a lot of them. I've actually never been to Black Rock Coffee. I want to go to Black Rock Coffee and try some out. So maybe I'll go there soon and drink some coffee. Right now, I'm drinking Dutch Bros. I got to get caffeinated during this show. But don't worry, you guys. I got my electrolytes. I got my juices with my body armor. I got water. I had a decent breakfast this morning. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, man. He says, watching from overseas. Appreciate that, man. It's crazy that we got – where are you watching from, man? Let me know where you're watching from. But we got people from overseas watching. Somebody earlier said they were watching from Florida. We got Suns fans everywhere, man. We got fans of the channel everywhere. You guys are awesome. I know this clock is a little boring to look at, so maybe I'll just like full screen myself for a little bit. But the last 5 minutes, we're going to do the countdown thing. By the way, shameless plug, you guys. If you want one of these Suns Geek or Suns Jam Session hats, in the description down below, I linked it in the chat earlier. Go get a hat. Go get a sticker. Go get a shirt. You can get these hats or shirts on redbubble.com. Go check it out. This is also the third hat that I'm wearing this live show. I have a couple more that I want to put on too. Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. Somebody, you're a real one, man. He says, where's the Sprite? Yeah, Sprite's going to be mad at me. I don't have Sprite right now. I'm usually sponsoring them. But if I reach all the way over here, I could grab my Sprite box. I've been drinking Sprite on this channel during the live shows for years. So Sprite, if you're watching, you want to send me some Sprite or something, sponsor me. You know what I mean? MFC Warriors watching from Gilbert. That's awesome, man. Getting ready for work, watching the live stream. You're a real one, man. Appreciate that, bro. Hopefully you have a good day at work. And yeah, so hopefully you have a good day at work. Sorry, I was just reading my phone when I was talking about that. But if you guys do have to work later, I hope you guys have a great day at work. I worked earlier this morning for a couple of hours. Excited for this weekend too, you guys. I mean, I think tomorrow we have the opening ceremonies for the Olympics, and it's a Friday. You know what I mean? Good old Friday. And then I'm going to the Suns game Saturday, which will be a lot of fun. And then Sunday we got the Super Bowl. And then after that, it's pretty much basketball season and Olympics. I mean, it's been basketball season, but you know what I mean? Like, we can really focus on basketball season. And we get the Winter Olympics. That's going to be fun. Can't wait for that. Brian, you're too kind, man. He says, the geek is worldwide famous. That's funny, man. I try to stay humble, you guys. I'm nobody famous, but I do appreciate all of the support. And again, the fact that you guys care what I have to say is amazing, man. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Guys, what is going on? It's only like 6 minutes. Only like 6 minutes left. I gotta pull the clock back up because we're not getting no big trades. No Ja, no Domantas Sabonis, no Giannis. For what it's worth, Chris Haynes is reporting that the Clippers are not moving Kawhi Leonard per his sources. Just going to share the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Now, again, maybe that means they'll trade him this offseason. And by the way, guys, we are T-minus 5 minutes away from the deadline being over. But according to Chris Haynes and his sources, the Clippers aren't moving Kawhi Leonard's sources said. Could you imagine if in the next 5 minutes Kawhi Leonard gets traded? It's not going to happen, but that'd be hilarious. But yeah, guys, this might be it. That might be the trade deadline right there. 4 minutes and nobody besides Harden, Jaren Jackson Jr., Anthony Davis. This was like trade deadline week, and I'm kind of kicking myself, you guys. I should have covered this more. I should have made some YouTube shorts. I should have gone live. I know I'm a Suns channel, but like I should have done a better job, and I apologize. I'll do better next year, you guys. I'll cover it next year. But hey, we have all trade dead. We have the rest of this show. We have like the rest of the season to talk about these deals. Like I said, I have a friend that I want to get on the channel to talk about the Wizards. Super Mario Hoops is probably going to join the show, and we're going to talk about all the moves the Bulls did. You know what I mean? So we got all the time to talk about that. So I shouldn't kick myself too hard. Super Bowl for me, just my plans anyways. Honestly, just probably going to kick it with the family, probably just eat some good food, maybe have a couple drinks, and just hopefully watch a good football game. You guys know me, I don't really follow football like that, but still like excited to watch the game and just want to watch some good football, relax, have fun. Nothing too crazy. What about you? What about you guys? What are you guys doing for the Super Bowl? Do you guys have something planned to eat that day? Let me know what you guys are doing for the Super Bowl. Let me know who you got winning too. And let me know if you're going to watch the Suns game tonight. 8 p.m. start, Arizona time. Playing against the Warriors. No Steph Curry. No Devin Booker. I think Jalen Green's still questionable, to my knowledge. We'll find that out probably soon too. Okay, let's see. Speaking of that, let me research it real quick. Excuse me. Yeah, it just says Devin Booker's out for now. I think Jalen Green's still questionable. So we're still about 2 minutes left, under 2 minutes, till the trade deadline being over. It looks like it's pretty much over, you guys. I think there would have been a trade. I mean, something still could get done in the next 2 minutes, but it's extremely unlikely. All right, under 1 minute left, you guys. What is going to happen this next minute? I'm refreshing my phone. I'm looking. I'm going to be glued to my phone for the next minute, you guys. I doubt anything's going to happen, but something could happen. Maybe Shams will have a last-minute trade thrown in there, but I doubt it. Devin Booker just posted his story sharing his shoe. I got to get that, by the way. I doubt I'll get it, but I got to get that shoe. All right, guys. I think the deadline's almost over. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! The trade deadline is over. Are we going to get any last trades? Because remember, trades can be submitted to the league office but we hear about them later. But I just am saying I think we probably would have already heard. If it was like a massive trade, it probably would have already been done by now. Wow. So that's it, you guys. The trade deadline is officially over. The 2026 NBA trade deadline has come and gone. And holy cow, it was a fun one. Jake Fisher reporting there will be no Domantas Sabonis trade. Sources say he's sticking in Sacramento. And speaking of that, the 2026 trade deadline is over. Giannis is still with the Bucks. Ugh. And John Morant is still with the Grizzlies. Ugh. I'm not trying to sound like an impatient basketball fan, but like with those two specifically, it's just like, ugh, get it over with already, you know? Like, just move on. Move on already, you guys. John Morant still a Buck. Giannis, or sorry, John Morant. I just said John Morant still a Buck. No. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. John Morant is still a Grizzly. Giannis is still a Buck. That's what I was trying to say. Crazy. Crazy. That was fun, you guys. That was a good trade deadline. It really happened this week. But these things happen, you know? Like, guys are still under contract. You don't have to trade them unless they come out and say, trade me, which Giannis never technically did. I don't think John Morant did either. I don't think Sabonis did either. LOL, this is exhausting, geek. For real, man. Like, basketball can be exhausting. That's what I was saying earlier about, like, the Jonathan Kuminga stuff throughout the year. Last year with Jimmy Butler, I was like, this is just exhausting. Even if you're just a fan and you don't do any of this coverage or YouTube stuff or podcast stuff, it is exhausting sometimes. And it's like, ugh, we still have John Morant. They still have Giannis. Like, oh, come on, get it over with, man. At least James Harden, to his credit, at least James Harden went out kind of quietly. You know what I mean? Just saying. Got to give him credit for that at least. Like, at least he went out quietly. Quietly and quickly, too. You know what I mean? Oops. That's not what I'm trying to do. Why can't I share screens? But yeah, the trade deadline has officially come and gone, you guys. So I guess put your predictions in the chat. What do you think's going to happen? I mean, a lot's going to change from now until like the off season, like the draft. But like, where do you think Giannis ends up? Where does John Morant end up? Why didn't the Kings blow up their team? Are they just going to wait till the off season to blow up their team? Is Kawhi Leonard going to get traded? I don't know. Let me share a tweet with you guys. Let's see. This is a Suns related tweet too. If he can get back, sorry. Oh, wait, where'd it go? At Suns Are Better on Twitter says, if he can get back to the form he was in with the Clippers in recent years, I view Amir Coffey as an upgrade over Isaiah Livers. Seems like we may have some competition for that final roster spot. Exactly. And, you know, like, we still have to see who that last roster spot goes to. I would say I'm 99% sure that Jamari Bouye is going to get converted to like a full contract and all that. Like, his contract will get guaranteed. So yeah, like there's gonna be some competition, but I know this Suns team has depth, and they have a roster, they have a team full of dogs. That's all I'm saying. The Jazz plan to waive Chris Boucher Boucher will have an opportunity to sign with a playoff team and draw interest. He averaged 8 points, 5 rebounds in his 9-year NBA career. So, yeah. Still going to have the phone beside me. Still going to be refreshing and all of that. But that's it, you guys. No Giannis trade. No Ja trade. No Sabonis trade. I have no clue what the Kings are doing. Have no clue what the Clippers are doing unless they're kind of going for like a youth movement reset or something. Like I don't know, you guys. I do not know. Yeah, Jamari Bouye definitely deserves it. He's been so good, you guys. He's been one of the pleasant surprises of this team. Came out of nowhere too. I know that he had stints with a lot of teams and played like I think in the G League, I believe, but like I had never heard of the guy. And then all of a sudden I remember like I think the Suns signed him on like a 10-day or a 2-way or something, and now he's getting minutes and he's just been great, man. Huge Clippers week. Yeah, absolutely, man. It was a great week for the Jazz. Great week for the Wizards. So hold on. Let's recap. Great week for the Utah Jazz. I'm excited for them. Great week for the Wizards. Can't wait to do that show with Greg Feinberg and talk all things Wizards. The Bulls made a lot of trades. Not really sure what they're doing, but they made a lot of trades and they have a lot of second-round picks. Can't wait to get Super Mario Hoops on the show and talk all about that. Who else made a lot of trades? I feel like the Hawks kind of made a lot of trades. You know what I mean? Clippers. Anybody else I'm forgetting? But I think a lot of this too is like the trades that didn't happen. Obviously, the no Giannis, Ja, Sabonis thing. They're like, what are the Kings doing? Obviously, they've been. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. What? The Brooklyn Nets are waiving Cam Thomas. The Brooklyn Nets are waiving Cam Thomas. I know we can't afford him and it's not going to happen, but we should go get Cam Thomas. Just have a whole team full of guards that can score. They're not going to go do that, but could you imagine? We get Cole Anthony, Amir Coffey, and we just go sign Cam Thomas. So that's a little post-breaking deadline news. Dude, Cam Thomas and the Brooklyn Nets must have had a falling out. I don't have any reporting or sources on that, but he was like a big-time scorer for them, a young, exciting talent, and I think some injuries got thrown in there because he has, he's been injured. But like, I wonder if something happened behind the scenes. They draft like 5 rookies this year. They got like a whole bunch of picks, to my knowledge. They're going to get a top 3 pick in a very loaded draft class. Maybe they're just like, hey, sorry, man, thanks for your service. But, man, dude, what? Oh, man. Oh, I thought Sabonis got traded for a minute. I saw Sabonis' name. Yeah, Chris Haynes says no trades materialized for Sacramento, who holds on to Sabonis, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Malik Monk. So that means they're going to get traded this offseason because the Kings need to blow it up. The Kings would be foolish not to do that. Are the Kings like the Bulls of the West, where they're just like, let's keep the same roster every year and fight for a play-in tournament spot, even though this year they've been terrible and they're like the worst team in the West? I don't know. I don't know what the Kings are doing. You can't tell me you couldn't find a trade for one of those guys. Give me a second here, you guys. Ugh. Sorry, had to change hats again. Got my Cardinals hat on. All right, guys. What do we want to talk about? I think I'm going to go for like another 30 minutes. So get your comments, questions in. You want me to talk about something? Want me to talk about a specific team? Want me to talk about the Suns? Let me know. And while we're doing that, we can react to one Suns related thing. I still can't believe Cam Thomas got waived. That's nuts. Let me know who you think Cam Thomas is going to sign with. Probably a contender. I just don't know who. But let me show you guys one Suns thing real quick. Hold on, let's see. Here we go. Anthony, you're a real one, man. I appreciate you, brother. He says, been here the whole time. Love it, man. That means a lot, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Like I said, keep up the great work on those Sun Centrals, man. Those are great to listen to. And just keep up the great work, man. I love that. Sorry, I'm just checking. Mark J. Spears says, NBA free agent guard Cam Thomas tells Anscape, quote, super excited, ready to actually help and contribute to another team, close quote. So this probably was like a planned thing. I don't know if it was a falling out necessarily, but sounded like a planned thing. All right, so Anthony had a question earlier, and he talked about this in his Sun Central thing. He said, hey, give me your take on former players being refs. And in your Sun Central thing, you had mentioned Leon Wood, I believe his name is. Former. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. We already knew that, Chris Haynes. Don't scare us like that. Chris Haynes had a tweet saying, breaking news, the Brooklyn Nets are waiving combo guard Cam Thomas. Bro, we already knew about that. I still hit retweet anyways, but still, don't scare us like that. I thought something happened. But anyways, yeah, Leon Wood, former referee, or not former referee, former player turned referee. I don't know if there's any other players who would become referees to my knowledge. But what Anthony was trying to say pretty much in his Sun Central, and he's asking me, former players as referees. Definitely, I think would be a good thing for the league. I'm not saying I want a whole bunch of former players as referees, but would former players who are refereeing let players play tougher? Yeah. Would they let them probably get away with a few things? Yeah. Do they understand and analyze the game better? Yeah. But it's like, where are you really going to find these guys? Because I feel like a lot of former players now are getting into coaching. They're getting front office roles, sometimes consultant roles. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of hard to find. So if you can name a bunch of former players who are now refs, I think it would be great, but I just don't think they have enough former players who want to do that. But do we need it? Does the NBA need it? Absolutely. They definitely need former players as referees. They need better officiating in general. They need to have like a meeting or something with all of the referees, and they just need to do a better job. I know that being a referee is one of the hardest jobs in the world, and that's silly of me to say because there's a lot of real jobs that are difficult, but you get my point. It's a tough job. I'm not saying I would make a great referee. I wouldn't want to be a referee at all. You get blamed for everything. You get booed, the ref, you suck chance and all that. But like the officiating has caused so much controversy, has been a contributing factor in so many games. Again, the fact that we know referees' first and last names, not a good thing. You know, that whole scandal with the Suns and, you know, years ago, you know, I don't even want to talk about it. You guys know what I'm talking about, though. But yeah, former refs, you know, former referees, former players as referees would be a good thing. I will say in your Sun Central thing, though, one thing I did agree with you on is like, yeah, you can blame. I say this a lot in my live shows. Yes, you can blame the referees. Yes, the referees are a contributing factor. But are they really the reason you lost the game? You said that in your own words, and you're wording it a lot better than I did. But I do agree. It's like the referees aren't the whole reason you lost the game. Like, you shouldn't be in that position to where the refs play a factor in the loss. You know what I mean? But again, they're controversial. They call terrible calls. I have a video on this channel. Remember when the Suns played the Lakers, I think in early December, and there was like 100. It was like 100 free throws and like 50 something fouls. It was like one of the worst officiating games ever. And it was this season. It was a loss against the Lakers. Disgusting officiating. And I was like, the NBA needs to like do something about that. Those three. I was like, those three referees, I hope never referee a Suns game again. It was like Tyler Ford and somebody else. It was horrific. And I have a video on my channel just ranting for like 15 minutes about how horrible the officiating was. So that's my very, very, very long-winded answer. The NBA definitely has to do something. They have to do something about, yeah. Thank you, Brian. It was a 3-hour game too. Yeah, they kept going to the freaking monitor every like 5 minutes. It was disgusting. Was that the same game where LeBron like pushed, and I put that in quotations, pushed or shoved the refs? You know what I mean? So yeah. Also, not really breaking news, but kind of breaking news. Jalen Green, no surprise here, is out for tonight's game against the Suns. I can't talk. Jalen Green is out tonight against the Warriors. No surprise there. I'm not comparing him to the Bradley Beal thing, but it's like, come on, Jalen Green, get healthy already. Maybe they're just keeping him out because there's no Steph Curry. It's trade deadline day. A lot of weird rosters. Maybe they're just keeping him out for this game specifically. But like, if Jalen Green misses the next like 5 games, I'm going to be kind of concerned. Devin Booker's out, obviously. So yeah. John Morant remained with the Memphis Grizzlies past today's NBA trade deadline. Multiple teams were intrigued by Morant's talent, but none were willing to make a serious offer, sources said, as Shams Charania. Oh, exactly. A ref is not going to beat you coming off of a pin down and draining a 3. It's the team that puts themselves in that position. I agree. That's the first thing coaches will say, even after a bad officiated game. They'll say, like, yeah, we shouldn't have been in this position. You know what I mean? Atomic says, Geek, what you think of the Suns past the deadline after this trade and looking forward to the playoffs? Absolutely. I think we're in a good spot. I'm sure there's some concerns that I'm probably overlooking, but I'm not thinking of that right now. I just want us to be reasonably healthy going into the playoffs. I want to keep winning games, as many as possible, in a deep, loaded Western Conference. I want just consistency with this team. I want this team to continue to show us that next man up mentality, you know, the Suns culture, if you will, all season long that they've been showing us. I want this team to continue to be a team full of dogs. And, I'm sure there's some concerns. Obviously health comes into a factor, like everything with Jalen Green, Devin Booker's ankle injury, which we really haven't heard much reporting on. Brian just said it right here. Rebounding. Yeah, rebounding is going to be kind of a problem. I don't know if the Suns are just okay with that. If they're like, hey, we can live with getting out rebounded and losing the second chance points battle most nights. Are they going to give Kaman Malawach more minutes now? Because as much as it sucks, I've always been a believer in the best way to learn is to kind of get thrown into the fire and just do it. You know what I mean? Like ride a bike without training wheels, pretty much. Like just go out there and do it. So does Kaman Malawach get some more minutes now? Are the Suns going to do things differently and try to get more rebounds? Like, I don't know. What are we going to do against like the Jokic's of the league? I know he's in the Eastern Conference now, but like the Zubaks of the league. You know what I mean? Like we play Joel Embiid on Saturday if he's healthy. But you get my point. What are we going to do against the Jokic's? But at least Zubac is now in a different conference. We only have to worry about him twice a year now. So, yeah. So, we'll see. I don't know. Are the Suns just going to, like, have a team rebounding mentality where just everyone tries to go and get a rebound? I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah, no Jalen Green tonight against the Warriors. No Steph Curry. Trade deadline games are always weird, but I'm excited for Cole Anthony if he stays. I'm excited for Amir Coffey if he stays. Suns get 2 players. I believe both are on expiring deals. Both are still fairly young too. But yeah, we're definitely going to keep hopefully playing well, hopefully keep winning, and hopefully make the playoffs, man. Real quick, you guys, just to recap. Notable moves. Now, this is just some of the bigger moves, not all. Actually, this is all the big ones, but there was like other trades that happened. Notable moves during the NBA trade season. Trae Young, Wizards. Anthony Davis, Wizards. I'm just going to throw them both in there. Trae Young, Anthony Davis to the Wizards. Jaren Jackson Jr. to the Jazz. James Harden to the Cavs. Darius Garland to the Clippers. Zubac to the Pacers. Jonathan overrated Kuminga to the Hawks. Ben Mathurin to the Clippers. Porzingis to the Warriors. And Keon Ellis to the Cavaliers. Those are the notable trades. There was like a lot more. I feel like we had a lot of trades, you guys. That was a lot of trades, in my opinion. Not really the big ones that we were kind of looking for. I mean, obviously, James Harden was a big one. Anthony Davis, Trae Young, Jaren Jackson. But, like, we didn't get a Giannis trade. We didn't get Kuminga. Or, not Kuminga. We didn't get Ja, et cetera, et cetera. So, let's see here. Okay. Speaking of the Suns, here we go. The Suns updated depth chart as of now, because things could still change. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm just fixing something on my end. But here is the updated depth chart. Shout out to Booker Moose on Twitter. Suns depth chart. Devin Booker, Colin Gillespie, Cole Anthony, ? Probably. Jalen Green, Grayson Allen, Jordan Goodwin, Dylan Brooks, Ryan Dunn, Amir Coffey, Royce O'Neal, Rasheer Fleming, Mark Williams, Oso Ighodaro, Kaman Malawach. I forgot that Isaiah Livers is on a 2-way deal. I didn't know that for some reason. Jamari Bouye, Isaiah Livers, Kobe Brea on a 2-way contract. Most likely Bouye gets converted. I don't know what they're going to do with Livers and Brea. Can't like Brea just like stay with the Valley Suns and like join us next season? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's how that works, but I kind of wanted to see Kobe Bryant too, man. That guy can light it up from 3, dude. I don't know. So yeah, that is the Suns as of right now, you guys. As of June, not June. I'm already fast forwarding to June. This is the Phoenix Suns as of February 5th, 2026, 1:25 Phoenix, Arizona time. Updated Suns chart: Booker, Gillespie, Cole Anthony, Jalen Green, Grayson Allen, Jordan Goodwin, Dylan Brooks, Ryan Dunn, Amir Coffey, Royce O'Neal, Rasheer Fleming, Mark Williams, Oso Ighodaro, and Kaman Malawach. I really am curious if Malawach and Rasheer Fleming get more minutes going forward. You gotta think so, right? Suns will probably look at a buyout market for a power forward. Probably, but like I don't know who you would go get. Because like, I mean, what, Amir Coffey's 6'8" or something like that? You know, maybe Rasheer Fleming gets some more minutes. Maybe they're just like, hey, we'll just lock in with a bunch of wing versatile players. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe there is a power forward that I'm forgetting about, but I don't know. A lot of our problems will be fixed once Rasheer and Malawach get into rotation. Their size will fix rebounding and post defense. True. I agree. But just remember, and no disrespect to them, just remember they are rookies and basketball is a lot harder than it looks. But like I said earlier, the best way to learn is to get thrown into the fire. I think they need more minutes. And even though the Suns should be trying to win as many games as they can, I would say now to like March-ish is kind of a good time to play these guys to see what they can do. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to do that closer to the playoffs. You obviously don't want to do that in the playoffs. So, yeah, I think now would be kind of, especially in March, like when we're in the dog days of the NBA, that's when I think they should get more minutes, in my opinion. So, that's the Suns depth chart as of now. I'm going to change my hat real quick. Ugh. You guys got any comments, questions, anything? Let me know, because I'm kind of starting to fade. Even though I have caffeine and all that, I'm kind of tired, and I do want to do a live show later so I can kind of give my brain some rest a little bit. We can kind of recharge, recoup, and then get back to it. I'll do a live show later after the game. Maybe I'll have some more thoughts on everything that happened, but my brain's kind of fried. I do kind of want to go, another 13 minutes-ish, hit the 3-hour mark, but then I'll be done after that. But yeah, we'll be doing a live show most likely later tonight. But I think I can go for at least 13 more minutes. Don't know if I'll have much to say during the next 13 minutes. Maybe I can just like show you guys some stuff or something. But yeah, I'm kind of fried, to be honest. But yeah. So again, if you got a comment, question, concern, let me know. I'm definitely probably going to go squeeze in a power nap here soon. Try to get a power nap before that 8 o'clock Suns game start. Maybe play some video games or something. Let me know what you guys are doing and stuff. Let me know what's going on in your lives. Let's see. Let me remove that. I've been you guys know me. You guys know I'm a big Batman fanboy. I've been playing Lego Batman, the first one, because there's a new one coming out later later in May, and it looks badass. It looks very Arkham-ish. So I've been playing Lego Batman. I've been watching a lot of Batman the Animated Series. I started watching, or should I say rewatching Batman the Animated Series last year. I've just been taking my time with it. There's a lot of episodes. I think I'm on season 3 right now. I think there was only like 4 seasons. And what I plan to do is kind of make this like a big Batman year. Finish Batman the Animated Series. Continue playing and beating the Lego Batman games because there's 3 of them. Then I think it comes out in May, play that new Lego Batman game. But after Batman the Animated Series, I want to watch, the Justice League series, which I think took place after. I want to watch that Batman Beyond series. One thing I'll say about DC is they make great animated films, especially Batman animated films. So there's a lot of like DC, Batman, Justice League animated films I watch. So I'm going to watch a lot of Batman this year, play the Lego Batman games, all that stuff. Last year, I revisited and replayed Arkham Origins and Arkham Asylum because I'm a big Batman Arkham fanboy. And like right up there, I got like a couple Batman Arkham Funkos over there. So big Batman Arkham fanboy, and revisiting those games was an absolute blast. I love those games. Those Arkham games made me a bigger Batman fan than I already was. And that's saying something because I was already a big Batman fanboy. And I just love those games. So I revisited Arkham Origins and Asylum last year. And this year, I want to play Arkham City, maybe this weekend. Start playing Arkham City again. Play Arkham Knight. Those games can keep me busy for a while also playing Lego Batmans, because there's 3 of them. And then, watching animated series Batman, Justice League, all those movies, Batman Beyond, all that fun stuff. So that's what I've been doing, watching and playing. I didn't make the time to watch a movie until like January 30th. I don't know why. I was just busy. I was watching Batman the Animated Series and all that. But I watched The Breakfast Club. That was my first movie I watched this year. And I got a bunch of other movies I want to watch. I don't know if you can see it, but right behind me, I have a whole bunch of like Blu-rays and DVDs, and I have streaming services. So I got a lot of movies to watch, you guys. A lot of movies to watch. Let me know what movies you're watching. Let me know what games you're playing. I'm going to go for 9 more minutes, and then we'll be done. We'll end it at the 3-hour mark. I started replaying Skyrim this past week. Great game. That's awesome, Logan. I definitely need to play some Skyrim. I have a lot of other games on my on my playlist. You know how like on Xbox or whatever, you can like save it to your like your wish list or your playlist. Lots of games. I definitely got to add Skyrim. I kind of want to play the Assassin's Creed games. I don't know why. There's a whole bunch of them. Maybe I'll just start with the first one. Kind of want to play those, but like I gotta make time. Definitely gotta play Skyrim. There's like so many games I want to play. I like the Forza Horizon games. I've been playing Forza Horizon 5. Kind of just want to unwind and just drive around, do nothing. What other games are fun? Like Rocket League's fun to play. There's just so many great games. That's awesome, man. Logan, before the stream ends, because we got about like 8 minutes or so. Logan, you're like an MVP of the chat, dude. Like, let me know what you thought of the trade deadline. Are you excited? Do you think we should have like done something different? Let me know, man. Are you surprised like Giannis didn't get traded and all that? Let me know. All of you guys, let me know if you're still watching along live. Let me know your trade deadline kind of final thoughts. So put your final thoughts in the chat right now. Final questions. Get it in right now. We'll go to the 3-hour mark, and then Sons Geek needs a break. Sons Geek needs to go rest. Sons Geek needs to go outside. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely going to get a power nap in for sure. Ugh. I know I showed you guys these last live stream. I'm going to show you guys again. I decided to treat myself, and I got a new pair of the D-Book ones. Fortunate and blessed to be buying these. Kind of starting my D-Book collection. I know I'm like 2 years late, but whatever. Don't judge me. I have a pair of the D-Book 2s, which I'm thankful for. But recently bought these, and I will say, these are a lot cooler than they look a lot cooler than I thought they originally did. Does that make sense? Like, I think they look cooler in person. I think they call these Desert Aura. I don't know why. These kind of just look cool. Obviously, I wear a lot of purple. I'm a Suns fan, you know, Purple Palace. But I don't know. Like, I'm looking at them now. I'm like, these are badass, man. They have a black, like, shoe version of these I want to get. That's probably going to be my next buy. Unless I buy, like, there's another pair of the Book 2s coming out tomorrow. And I still need to buy those black and, you know, the black D-Book 2s with the orange Nike swoosh. I need to get those. Yeah, I think these look kind of cool, man. Let me know in the chat if you guys own a pair of D-Book 1s. Let me know. I think these look cool, though. I can't wait to wear these. I might wear these tomorrow. And like I've said on this chat before, I don't know if you guys have heard. Yes, these are as comfortable as you've heard. I don't know about the Book 2s yet. I haven't worn those yet. I do want to wear them. Maybe tomorrow, maybe this weekend I will. But I'll kind of do like a little test or something. Maybe I'll make a video just giving my thoughts. But yeah, these are pretty damn comfortable. I'll just say that. And if you're somebody like me who works on their feet, I recommend getting these. The D-Book 1s. And maybe the D-Book 2s. Stay updated. But yeah, D-Book 1s, got them. Happy, thankful that I was able to, you know, fortunate enough to buy them. Ugh. And I don't know if you guys can see back there, but I have another pair of D-Book 1s and the D-Book 2s. Pretty fortunate to buy those. And I'm thankful for that. I don't take that stuff for granted, you guys. That's why I want to wear the D-Book 1 or the D-Book 2s. I'm like, I don't know why I haven't worn those yet. All right, let me show you guys a couple more things, and then we're going to get out of here, you guys. Oh, wow, Giannis just tweeted something. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Hold on, let's see what Giannis tweeted. Not that it's, like, groundbreaking or anything. Maybe Giannis is just like trolling or something, but that's great, dude. Oh, speaking of video games and movies, one of my all-time favorite movies, Giannis just tweeted this out. That's great. He said, legends don't chase, they attract. 100 emoji and then the cool emoji. And he tweets out that scene from The Wolf of Wall Street where Leonardo DiCaprio's like, I'm not leaving. Wait, I gotta do it on the microphone a little more closer up. Where he's like, hold on, wait for it. He's like, I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. Oh, dude, that's so great. So either Giannis is just trolling right now, or he's really not leaving. Maybe the Bucks have something planned. Maybe they're like, Giannis, we know this year sucks. We're going to refigure it out during the offseason. Maybe Giannis is legit going to stay. Maybe that's the confirmation saying, nope, I'm not going anywhere. I don't want to play the clip because I don't want to get copyrighted, but it's that great scene from Wolf of Wall Street. The show goes on. Dude, I want to watch The Wolf of Wall Street now. That's going to be my weekend movie, dude. Like I said, I watched Breakfast Club last year. Not last year. I watched Breakfast Club on the 31st. That was my first movie I watched this year. Second movie is going to be The Wolf of Wall Street. I'm going to watch it this weekend. Hell yeah. Giannis isn't going anywhere, apparently. He's not going anywhere yet. I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not leaving. Dude, that's one of, if not the greatest Leonardo DiCaprio performances I've ever seen. And just in general, that's one of the best performances I've ever seen. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. I have it on Steelbook somewhere over there. I don't know where it is, but I have it on Steelbook. I adore that movie. If you haven't seen The Wolf of Wall Street, seriously, it's great, great film. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. Unless something crazy happens in the next minute, I'm done. I'm exhausted. We're about to hit the 3 hour mark. What a great show. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are the absolute best. I know it's a crazy, crazy world out there, but please be kind to people. Show love to people. Spread positivity and kindness. And no matter what you do, don't give up on the Suns. Believe in the Phoenix Suns. We're having a great year. Let's pray we get healthy. Let's pray we keep winning games. And yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it. So I'm done. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. We officially hit the 3 hour mark. Crush that like button. Share the show. Subscribe if you're new, because if it has to deal with the Phoenix Suns, I'm going to make a video about it. Please subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless. Peace out. I'm going to play my outro here in a second. Let me just do this. Peace out. God bless. And go Suns.
What's up, Suns Geek?
I think the battery in my cactus died, but the good news is it has a little like plug-in, so I'll just plug it in and charge it. But yeah, gotta show the cactus, guys. Tradition. All right, guys. Great show. Peace out. God bless. Love you guys. Links down below in the description. Go get you a Suns Geek or Suns Jam hat. Subscribe. Follow me on all the socials. Subscribe for everything Phoenix Suns. Peace out. God bless. And go Suns!